Well, my man Money Boy Trey in the building. He said, hit that like or we gon' fight. Make sure you check him out on YouTube.
Let me talk to the host. The host is Money Boy Trey. What's popping?
Will you interview with at Money Boy Trey?
Or Money Boy Trey is back. Where you been?
Money Boy. You see me in they chats because that's the circle that I associate with.
Money Boy said manhood is subjective. No, the fuck it's not.
All right, I assume we have some motions from the defense. Sure.
Good. You don't want to. Yeah. The defense would ask the court to consider granting the directed verdict of acquittal. Our position is at this point, the state has merely raised a suspicion, speculation as to the guilt of Mr. Chow. They have failed to prove to the extent necessary that Mr. Chow acted with malice aforethought, which is the charge in the case. We believe we have set forth a strong defense of self-defense or defense of others. Don't believe that the state has overcome beyond a reasonable doubt our defense of others. And at this point, taking a light most favorable to the state, we ask the court to consider taking the case from the jury and granting the directed verdict.
Okay. What's the state's position?
Taking a light most favorable to the state and considering the mere existence of evidence and not the weight of it. We had presented evidence that Mr. Chow chased a 14-year-old 130 yards before shooting him in the back, which clearly shows malice and reckless disregard and extreme indifference to human life. So we ask you to deny the motion and let's proceed to jury. Furthermore, we have disproven all four elements of self-defense, and they've only been inferred at this point. We have disproven all four already.
All right, anything on the question?
Yeah, just respond. Of course, this is an unusual situation because the state has a burden in two respects with respect to murder. One is they have to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, which we believe that they have failed to do in proving malice. Second of all, they have a burden of proving beyond a reasonable doubt that he did not act in self-defense. Our position is that as far as the first element, without difficulty, Mr. Chow was not the individual. His son was the one that ran out the store. He went to protect his son. There was any connection between him and whether or not there was something taken from the store and whether or not he was acting in a reasonable fashion. I think would fail to show that he acted or he brought on the difficulty. He was following his son to protect his son.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, I've been working on a charge, but I understand it without fault applies to the defendant and the person he was defending.
Judge, he has to know, though, as far as whether or not, first of all, he's without fault. It's all
Yeah, but it also applies to the person he's defending. They have to be without fault as well.
But he has to know that. He has to know that he would have to know that his son had some fault in the thing. When he goes out of the store, he's not thinking about the shoplifting part of it. He's thinking about where's his son going, what's going on with my son. I'm going to protect my son. I want to see what happens.
As I understand it, if his son is at fault, it's imputed to him as well.
We have to argue that, I guess, at the appropriate time when we're talking about charges, jury charges. But I understand what you're saying. And as far as whether or not he believed or there was imminent danger to his son of death or serious bodily harm, we think that's been established. And it's a reasonable belief, and so I think that's been established. And at that point, when he was right there and the young man was pointing the gun at his son, there was no issue of retreat. There was no way they could retreat safely because his son was in danger at that point of being shot. And we're talking about very serious weapon, semi-automatic pistol that was loaded, had a laser on it. So we think that the 4 elements of self-defense are made out, and the state has failed to overcome them beyond a reasonable doubt. So it's a kind of a unique situation because there's 2 issues really here about the malice, and then you have self-defense.
All right, anything else to say?
No, there's been no testimony that he left solely to protect his son. You know, the evidence that's been shown is they ran in tandem together. They were clearly at fault for bringing on difficulty, screaming, yelling, chasing a 14-year-old boy. 130 yards away, there has been no testimony that he felt that he was in imminent fear of death or great bodily harm, nor did he testify or any testimony whatsoever that he felt that way about his son being in danger of death or great bodily injury. There's been no testimony whatsoever from anybody that there was no other means of avoiding the difficulty. We ask you to deny the motion. Thank you.
No, Your Honor, that's it. Your Honor, I'm saying my argument here, and I guess we can discuss some of that at the charge conference if you deny the motion.
Yes, sir. I'm going to respectfully deny the motion with regard to the malice. It might be state versus Burdette, but that malice can be inferred or implied by the use of deadly weapons. Although there's no longer properly charge on that, it can certainly be considered as a direct murder. As far as the defense of others, again, I've been looking at this stuff last night and this morning. At least the law appears to be that the person being defended and the defendant were without fault in bringing on difficulty. Whether or not Mr. Chow himself was, I do find that Mr. Andy Chow was at least partially at fault in bringing on difficulty, so I'll deny the motion on those grounds. What's next? Judge,
at this point, I know at some point you're going to have a colloquy with him as far as whether or not so I think maybe this would be an appropriate time for me to have you colloquy with him, and he's prepared to respond.
Okay, Madam Clerk, can you swear in Mr. Chow?
Yes, sir. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that anything shall be at this court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you.
All right, if you don't have a seat, you're welcome to this next few minutes.
It's too hard for me to get up again today.
All right, Mr. Chow, this time I'm going to explain to you your Fifth Amendment rights. If you don't understand anything I say during our exchange, please let me know. If you want me to explain anything in more detail, please let me know. Now, we've reached the stage of trial where you may present your defense. You have the right to claim protections of the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution of the United States, which states in part that no person shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself. This means you cannot be required to testify in your case. You have the right to testify on your own behalf. However, no one can make you testify. This is a personal right, and no one can force you to testify. If you decide to testify, you will be subject to the same rules that govern other witnesses, and you may be examined and cross-examined on any relevant issue in the case. In addition, if you have any convictions involving dishonesty or false statement for crimes punishable by imprisonment by more than 1 year, and this court term the probative value of admitting the evidence outweighs the prejudicial effect of you, the solicitor will be able to introduce your record to attach credibility. If you decide to testify, this decision on your part must be freely, voluntarily, and intelligently made with knowledge of the protections given to you by the Fifth Amendment and the consequences of your decision to testify. If you decide not to testify, I will instruct the jurors that they cannot give the fact that you did not testify any consideration whatsoever, and that there is to be absolutely no prejudice to you because you did not testify. It is left entirely up to you whether or not you testify. You may talk with your attorney, your family, your friends, anyone else, but the final decision is left entirely up to you. Do you understand everything I've explained to you? Do you have any questions about what I explained to you? Have you had the opportunity to discuss with your lawyer whether or not you should testify?
We have some discussions, yes.
All right, do you want to talk with them anymore? And I'm not going to ask you to make a decision right now, and I'll certainly give you some more time. If you want you to be advised of your rights, you certainly can talk it over with your lawyer and your family some more, and then we will address whether or not you can testify at the right time.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. What's that?
That's all I have, though.
Anything else from the state? No, sir. All right, Mr. Spurling, I'm assuming the defense is going to present a case?
Yes, Your Honor, we go. My defense just walked out the door.
All right.
Now,
We'll give them a minute.
okay. You might have to go to the restroom.
Okay. I'll stop it.
Actually, both of my co-counsel away.
All right, we'll be at ease.
Jackson never done this before.
What? First round. No problem.
I just found that out. I'm the last time to know.
Happy birthday, Mark. Refrigerator with nine cell phone must be turned off unless authorized. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Colbert, please bring in the jury. Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defense calls Andy Chow to the stand.
Witness stand and state the full for the record.
Andy Chow,
No, just spell your last name.
Chow.
Andy, how are you doing?
Okay.
I know you're a little nervous because we're going to go over some rules, okay? First, you need to speak loudly and clearly enough. I know you're soft-spoken, but I need you to speak loudly and clearly enough so that young lady next to you can take down every word that's recorded for. You understand?
Yes, sir.
She cannot take down head nods and shakes and things of that nature, so make sure you speak yes, no, and so on. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
I don't anticipate it on your demeanor, but we cannot argue with one another. So if you will give me a chance to ask my question, I will give you a chance to answer. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
And if you do not understand a question that is being asked of you from anyone, you have the right to ask for it to be said again. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
And then in your testimony, you cannot testify to what other people think or in their minds or anything of that nature. You can testify about your memory, what you know. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
You understand all those rules?
Yes, sir.
So understanding all that, Andy, first we need to figure out who Andy Chow is. So Andy, tell me a little bit about yourself today. How old are you?
I am 23.
And where are you from?
Here in Columbia, South Carolina.
Born?
I was born in Greenville,
What year?
2002.
Who are your parents?
Alice and Rick Chow.
Okay, and Alice Chow, that young lady on the end right there with the short hair, short black hair?
Yes, sir.
And who is Rick Chow? Is that him right there?
Yes, sir.
What is his real name? Like, you keep saying Rick. I don't think Rick's his real name, is it?
It is GK Chow.
GK?
GK Chow.
You have any brothers or sisters?
I have an older brother,
And what's his name?
Kenneth Chow.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to Hammond.
Hammond. High school?
Hammond School.
Oh, Hammond School. I don't know. It's here in Columbia.
Yes, sir.
And when did you graduate from Hammond?
2021.
Play any sports or do anything in Hammond?
I was a swimmer.
Swimmer? What did you swim? What was your event?
I was a breaststroker and a freestyler.
Were you any good?
I was okay.
You won a state championship.
Yes, sir.
So you were pretty good swimmer in high school.
Yes.
Did you go to college?
I went to the University of South Carolina.
And when did you graduate from USC?
2025.
And degree? What do you have a degree in, or what did you graduate with?
Computer information systems.
And your love of computers, who did you get that from?
My dad.
Your dad was a professor, right, at computers?
Yes.
What do you do now? Do you work?
Yes.
What do you do?
I'm at Ukra.
How long have you been there?
3 days.
Okay, so you just started working. And Andy, from your demeanor, this is how you are. You're very just kind of quiet guy.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I want to make sure that we, understand all the questions we're asking. I know you're quiet, but I need you to speak loud enough. So I want you to speak loud enough so this person at the back of the jury panel can hear everything you're saying. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Is that fair? And Andy, tell me about your parents in a business. Did they own a business?
Yes, sir.
What business did they own?
A gas station.
Do you know where it was located?
7441 Park Lane Road.
What type of, just a convenience store? Was it just gas? Did it have other stuff? What did the store have?
It was gas station and convenience store.
And what about you? Did you work there?
I came in on the weekends and during school breaks.
Okay. And you work for your family?
Yes, sir.
Did you get paid?
No.
We'll discuss that later. But you did not get paid working for your family, it sounds like. We'll
Yes.
talk to Alice and Rick about that at a later point in time. Now I want to take you to a more serious event. I want to talk about what we're here for. Okay? You
Yes,
remember the date? You remember when it happened?
Yes, sir.
So I'm not going to interrupt you. I want you to tell the jury what happened that day from your point of view. Can you tell them what happened?
Okay. So I watched a young man come in to the store, and I was stocking things onto the shelf, and so I went to the register, and I hear my mom ask him to leave his backpack at the front of the store, and so he does, and he starts to go around the store, and then I see he goes to the water cooler, and that's when I think he pockets a water. And so he comes to the front, starts coming to the front, and I ask him if there's anything in his pocket. And he says no. My mom, she asked him also asked him, and then I see he turns to both of us and he tries to show there's nothing in his pocket, but he keeps his hands in the pocket and still like trying to hide something. And so after that, he turns around, he grabs his backpack and walks out the door. And while he's going out the door and both hands are out of the pocket now, I see something heavy just droop down in his hoodie pocket. And so that's when I come around the counter and I call out to him, hey, and he doesn't turn around, he just keeps going. And so I walk to the door, I walk out the door, and I see he turns the corner of the store. And so I walk over to the corner, and then I hear my dad come up behind me, and he calls out, hey, to him. And he turns around and immediately turns back around and starts to sprint away. And that's when I start to run. And before he leaves the parking lot, I see he throws something out to the right. And so I slow down for like a second, and I glance back, and I don't see what he threw. I only see trash and litter. So I immediately turn back around and continue following him. And so I see he crosses the street, and I go to cross the street, and then I see he trips and falls flat on the grass. And so I was running full speed, so I end up catching up to him. And when I catch up to him, I see something is in his hand. I'm not sure what it is yet. But as he starts to get up, I see that it's a gun, and he points it at me. So I immediately put my hands up. I start to back away from him quickly, and then I yell, "He has a gun!" And then I turn to my dad, who's coming up behind us, and I yell at him again, "He has a gun!" And I'm still backing up, and I watch my dad, and I watch him yell, "Drop it, drop it!" And he yells no, and then pulls his gun and fires one shot. And so after the shot, I turn and I look at him, and I see he takes 1 or 2 steps, drops his gun in front of him, and then ducks to the ground and stays on the ground. And so I start to go to him slowly, and I see my dad coming on my left side. And when we get to him, my dad, he picks up young man's gun, and he tosses it to the side further away. And then I checked to see if he got hit by the shot, because I thought my dad actually missed. And so I check it, and I see there's a bullet hole in the hoodie. And then I pull up his hoodie, and I see there's a wound in the back right on his back right side of his back. And then my dad immediately grabs his hoodie and applies pressure to the wound, and then starts to call the police. And then I look back down at him, and he's unresponsive. So we flip him over onto his back, and my dad immediately starts chest compressions, and he yells to me to call 911. And so I start to dial 911, and I see 3 women coming down from the parking lot, and I continue to talk to 911, and I see one of the ladies, she's hurrying over, she's taking her hoodie off, and she says she's a EMT, and she says she's going to tie a tourniquet, and she comes over and takes over CPR. And so I see my dad and her working together, and then I continue to talk to 911, and then I start to hear the sirens coming closer, and I go out to watch to see if the first responders come to us or return into the parking lot of the gas station, and they end up turning into the gas station. So I go and run to the parking lot. I point all the first responders to the scene, and after most of them made it there, I make my way back to the scene, and I wait to talk to the police.
Did you talk to the police?
Yes, sir.
Did you tell them what you just told us, sir?
Yes.
I want to go backwards through your story and talk about it a little bit and get some details, if that's okay.
Yes, sir.
It has been suggested that you didn't tell anyone you saw a gun pointed at your father, or pointed at you, I'm sorry, not your father, a gun pointed at you. Did you tell anyone on scene that a gun was pointed at you?
I did not say the exact words it was pointed at.
What did you say?
I said that he had pulled a gun on me.
And you called 911?
Yes, sir.
Talk to officers?
Yes, sir.
After the young man was shot, did you and your father have time to huddle up, sit down, and talk about anything that happened?
No, sir.
You called, and who told you to call 911?
My dad.
Immediately.
Yes, sir.
And the 911 call, that was the first time you had mentioned about the gun? Is that what you remember?
Yes, sir.
You know, at this point in time, I'd like to play Mr. Chow's 911 plate to reflect upon this application. One moment. And you have listened to the 911 call, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you'll be able to recognize your voice on the 911 call?
Yes, sir.
And you don't believe the 911 call has been altered or anything?
No, sir.
At this point in time, we would enter Mr. Child's 911 call and Child's 911 call, and I think this would be the 3, 2.
You just, yeah. Be admitted without objection, that's 2.
Can we play the 911 call, please? And just call and answer pause. Huh?
May 28, 2023, 20:06 and 25 seconds.
911, where's your weapon? 911, 911. Yes, I can hear you.
My name was dispatched down on Trinity Road.
And that person's voice, is that your voice on the 911 call?
Yes, sir.
And this is the call you were just testifying about?
Yes, sir.
Can you go ahead and play?
Okay, what's your heart rate?
Good, sir.
You heard some fire?
Yes, sir.
How many shots did you hear? Within one?
There's a voice in the background yelling, call 911. Whose voice is that you hear?
This is my dad's.
Just one.
Okay, who was shot? Talk to me, hello?
He's
Sir,
we
who was shot?
get right here.
Are you with the person?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, are you with you?
He had a weapon.
So, okay, the person you're with, who shot him?
My dad.
Your dad shot him?
Did I hear that correctly, that you said he had a weapon and my dad shot him?
Yes, sir.
And that's you to the 911 call?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, we need an ambulance.
Are you at the Shell gas station?
Yes, ma'am. I heard like a couple feet away.
Okay, don't hang up, but whatever you do not hang up with me, okay? Come on.
And you're still on the phone with 911 at this time?
Yes, sir.
And there's other conversations, other people calling 911, and your father saying call 911. All of this is happening, but you're still on the phone.
Yes, sir.
And this is not giving you an opportunity to talk to your father. Would you agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so your dad shot him? What's your name?
Andy Chow.
Okay, pause, please. And this is, you're still on the phone with 911. You have not hung up the phone.
Yes, sir.
And no one is telling you what to say.
No, sir.
Not during this time. No one is telling you what to say or what to do or anything of that nature.
No, sir.
Is someone doing CPR?
No, she's right here. Or she's like.
I'm sorry. Where's the person that had the gun? Where's your father?
He's trying to
Your father's trying to help?
What did you just say to the 911 operator?
That my dad was trying to help.
And this is while you're on the phone with 911 while everything is happening.
Yes, sir.
No one told you what to say.
No, sir.
Why did your father shoot him?
Okay, that is the 911 operator asking a very direct question. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
You're still watching everything that's happening.
Yes, sir.
you know, he's leaving early something. I think, I'm not sure if it's where we're here. But, and then we're taking him.
Your father works at the gas station?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he pulled out a gun, so that's when my dad pulled his.
What did you say right there?
So I said that he had pulled a pistol on us, and then I say he pulled a gun on us, and that's when my dad pulled his.
Okay, so you say two different statements going over. You say he pulled a pistol on us, and he pulled a gun on us.
Yes, sir.
Continue, please.
You said your name, Andy?
Yes, sir. Andy, Chow. A-N-D-Y.
It's on the west part.
All right.
Is it already put on the yard?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay, we can get that.
All right, thank you.
So what we just heard was you calling 911.
Yes, sir.
And again, who did you say told you to call 911?
My dad.
And it was immediately afterwards?
Yes, sir.
And we heard your dad on the 911 call?
Yes, sir.
After you got off the 911 call, what happened next?
I can't remember if I was already at the parking lot, but I made it to the parking lot. I point the first responders down, and then I made my way back to the scene, and I wait there till the police talk to me.
It wasn't that long after the 911 call, or was it? What do you remember?
I don't remember.
During that time while you were waiting for law enforcement, did you and your father have time to talk, plan a story, or anything of that nature?
No, sir.
And then an officer talked to you. Remember the first officer who talked to you?
Yes.
Do you remember his name by any chance?
Officer English?
Officer English, you think that was the first one to talk to you?
Yes, sir.
And at this point in time, did you ask for a lawyer?
No, sir.
Did you say, I don't want to talk?
No, sir.
Did you say, get away from me? Anything like that?
No, sir.
Did you have a full conversation with him when he asked you what happened?
Yes, sir.
And the objection would be just foundational authentication. I think you asked to put off statements in it. I don't believe you can introduce that alternate body account for this particular witness.
So that's claim of fabrication on one, and it's officer.
Which body cam was it again?
This would be English's body count, which is Andy's statement.
I'm sorry. That's all right.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's English's body count, obviously.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay, that objection.
And so you were familiar with having a conversation with English on scene?
Yes, sir.
You had a conversation with him without a lawyer or anybody else present?
Yes, sir.
You know, at this point in time, I'm sure I will offer this as defense 5. Defense 3, this has already been looked at, but this is the unmuted copy of what Mr. Chow said that day. If that makes sense. The state has already offered a muted copy because under the rules of what they're required, now we're just offering an unmuted copy.
Okay. It'd be admitted to states 3 without, sorry, defense 3 without objection. Sorry.
I'm going to play that. Okay, pause. Who is that in the video?
That is me.
Okay, and this is the conversation you were talking about that you were having with the officer?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I was at the register, and when we were walking in, because I think my mom said,
Yeah, pause for me. Continue like this.
I caught up to him. Well, I caught up to him there. Right. I mean, and he kept going. He tripped there. That's when I caught up to him again. And then we were about like, there was like 2 pipes. Yeah. And I'm like right on top. And I saw him put out again. It was right there. Next to that second tree. Where the other 2 people are. Okay, where's the dad's one? There might be no thing right now. Okay.
Okay. So you're telling the officer what happened at this point in time?
Yes, sir.
And you had mentioned pulling out a firearm right then and there.
Yes, sir.
And you did the little finger gesture.
Yes, sir.
Why didn't you continue telling this officer what had happened on that scene?
He walked away from me.
And he walked away as you were telling him what happened.
Yes, sir.
And then you ended up talking to another officer.
Yes, sir.
Were you able to tell that other officer fully what happened? Or more?
Yes, sir.
You didn't tell this officer to walk away, did you?
No, sir.
You didn't tell him to go away?
No, sir.
Did he ask you any details about your statement whatsoever?
No, sir.
And there's one line where you say, I'm on top of him. Did he say, what did that mean?
No, sir.
What did that mean when you say, I'm on top of him? Did you actually physically get on top of this young man?
No, sir.
So what did that mean when you say that?
I was about arm's length. I was close enough to be able to touch him, but I did not touch him at all.
And then you give, and I see you talk with your hands.
Yes, sir.
Did you have another conversation with Officer Carter as he got on scene? Or another officer, you may not know his name.
Another officer, yes.
And tell me what you told him.
I told him we thought he stole something. I thought he stole something, and so I chased him and followed him down to where the scene was, and I said he pulled a gun out, and I gestured to the side, pointing to the side with the gun, and then I say I backed up with my hands up, and then I see my dad yell, or I say that he has a gun, and I see my dad yell no, or drop the gun, drop it, no, and then he pulls it and fires.
And you told all this to Officer Carter?
Yes, sir.
And I think you said you did some hand gestures. So one was the first hand gesture you did when you talked to Officer Carter?
I said he had pulled a gun out, and I gestured to the side, pointing it.
And so you did the gestures and he's pointing at you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then what did you do next?
And then I put my hands up, and I say I'm backing up.
Okay, and you did this on the video?
Yes, sir.
And that's the video right next to when this whole thing happened?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nobody was telling you what to say?
No, sir.
What to do?
No, sir.
No lawyer?
No, sir.
No conversation with your father?
No, sir.
This is his way to say he isn't leading. I'm trying to not object too much, but I do need the direct question. Oh,
just go on. I mean,
and then I gesture. That's when my dad shot him. After that,
Andy, how did you feel when there was a gun pointed at you?
terrified.
What did you think was going to happen?
I thought he was going to shoot me.
Who?
Young man.
Did you think you were going to die?
Yes.
Why?
Because I saw the barrel just pointing straight at me.
And you actually described the barrel, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
How did you describe the barrel of the weapon that was pointed at you on that day?
I said it was a silver barrel, and the rest of it was black.
Showing you what's been marked. Well, before you described the firearm, had you seen it again since it was pointed directly at you?
No, sir.
Had anyone showed it to you on scene?
No, sir.
Did you go up and look at it and examine it?
No, sir.
And your description was what with the barrel?
A silver barrel.
A silver barrel.
Yes, sir.
You ever had a gun pointed at you before?
No, sir.
Now, at this point in time, we offer Detective Carter body worn camera into evidence if the state wants us to wait till Detective Carter will do it as identification only. At this point in time, we offer this to support claim of recent fabrication.
At this point, just identification, we don't have any objection to him. He's already, I guess, recited what he believes he said in the video.
All right, I'll allow you to have more for that.
And I cannot publish it at this point in time until Officer Carter testifies. Yeah, no.
Right.
That's what it is.
Y'all are reading that.
Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, I'm sorry. I heard publish, I'm sorry. No. I said I will not until Officer Carter comes, yes, we have that first slide. Andy, you are and we've been talking about this, and we've watched your demeanor on the video, the 911. Pretty calm guy?
Yes, sir.
How were you yelling he's got a gun? Or were you just saying that like you talk right now, he's got a gun?
No, sir.
How were you saying it?
I was yelling it.
Yell it. How were you yelling it?
He's got a gun. He's got a gun.
When you said it, when you see it?
Yes.
And who was around you when you were saying it?
My dad.
This guy, Mr. Chow.
Yes, sir.
Your father. Yes?
Yes, sir.
And he knows you.
Yes, sir.
I would assume your whole life.
Yes, sir.
What do you believe would have happened had Mr. Chow not shot that gun that day?
I would have died.
Did you actually see the barrel pointed at you?
Yes, sir.
And I want to go back and talk about the things that have happened in the store. There's been a lot of comments on things that happened in the store that day, Andy. And the first question is going to be asked, you chased this kid out of the store and you accused him of shoplifting, right? I mean, you accused him of shoplifting.
I did.
You didn't find any water?
I did not find it.
Why in the world did you think he shoplifted anything?
Because of what happened in the store.
Tell the jury again, because I mean, that's the whole question. Why did you think he had done something wrong?
So I seen at the water cooler, and I believe he pocketed something, he had his back to me, so I couldn't see. And so when he was walking to the front, and I asked him if he had anything in his pocket, he kept his hands in his pocket, and I saw his fingers kind of pushing against the hoodie pocket to try to hide what was in there. And then when he goes out the door, but his hand's not in the pocket, I see something heavy just way down. And so in my mind, I believed he had stolen something.
Showing you a screenshot that has been entered from one of the videos presented by the state of South Carolina. Do you recognize it?
Yes, sir.
What are we looking at?
He's doing something with it. He's either putting down the backpack or picking it up. I think he's putting it down.
Your Honor, but you do recognize it?
Yes, sir.
You recognize it from the day that we're talking about?
Yes, sir.
And it's substantially similar to the videos and security footage that you have seen?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, at this point in time, we'll move this in as Defense Exhibit 4.
And it just, photograph be admitted as Exhibit 5.
While they're doing that, I'm going to show you a second screen clip from a video entered by the state of South Carolina and ask you to recognize that.
Yes, sir.
Is that a stream clip from the same video that we were just talking about?
Yes, sir.
And is that the same image of the young man who was in the store that day?
Yes, sir.
And that is from a vantage point you would have seen and recognized?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, at this point in time, we would offer the second picture that we just talked about as Defense Exhibit 6.
Objection?
Yeah, it's
No objection. All right, so be admitted as Exhibit 6 without objection.
All right, so the first one we're looking on the screen with, you had said that you had seen the young man in the back doing something with water,
Yes, sir.
and then you saw something heavy in his pocket.
Yes, sir.
And you would assume that he still had water in his pockets, correct?
Yes, sir.
And now showing you, that's the same picture of the same young man. If we could zoom in on that front pouch. And this is from the vantage point where you were looking at.
Yes, sir.
And this, well, tell me what you thought, what you were looking at here. What did you think you were looking at?
At this point, I didn't think much. I just saw he was putting down his backpack.
But you see something bulge in his front, correct?
Yes, sir.
Didn't know what it was.
No, sir.
Now, while he's in the store, are you telling your dad, hey, something's fishy up here, something's weird up here, anything like that?
No, sir.
Having any conversations with him?
No, sir.
Any discussions with him?
No, sir.
With anybody other than your mother?
I didn't say anything.
Anything at all?
No, sir.
So the decisions you were making that day, whose decisions were they?
Just mine.
And Andy, you realize, I mean, they're asking the question. You didn't have to go outside that store, did you?
I don't know. I didn't have to.
I mean, were you thinking about that at that point in time?
No, sir.
Were you trying to hurt this kid? Did you know him?
No, sir.
Were you chasing him to hurt him?
No, sir.
What in the world were you doing to catch up to him?
I didn't plan to catch up to him.
What do you mean you didn't plan to catch up with him? We've seen the videos you're going out. What do you mean you didn't plan to catch up with him? Did you have a plan?
I just wanted to see where he was going to tell the police later.
And there's been questions that this case is about 4 bottles of water. You've heard that.
Yes, sir.
When the gun was pulled on you, were you thinking about water?
No, sir.
Did you say, never mind, forget the water? At that point in time, you say anything about water when this gun was pulled on you?
No, sir.
And you don't know this guy?
No, sir.
No problems with him?
No, sir.
Did you have a gun on you that day?
I did not.
Did you say anything to him before he got shot?
Not directly to him, no.
All you remember saying is, he's got a gun, he's got a gun.
Yes, sir.
Now, I want to go to that part of your testimony where your hands are up.
Okay.
What were you saying when your hands are up?
He's got a gun.
At any point in time, was the gun dropped when your hands were up?
No, sir.
It stayed on you?
Yes, sir.
So if I'm you, I'm saying, he's got a gun, he's got a gun. It's still being pointed at you.
Yes, sir.
And who was the person you were yelling, he's got a gun, he's got a gun? Who are you yelling that to?
To my dad.
And as you were yelling that with your hands up and a gun pointed at you, at some point in time, you had testified your dad said something also. What was it?
He said, drop it, and no.
Was it dropped or was it still folded up pointing at you?
Still pointed at me.
The barrel?
Yes, sir.
And what were you looking at?
I was looking at my dad at that time.
Were you scared?
Yes, sir.
And again, what did you think was going to happen had your dad not fired?
I would have gone shot.
And immediately after the shot, your dad told you to do what?
Call 911.
And immediately after calling 911, we hear your dad trying to perform life-saving measures on him.
Yes, sir.
And this is something you saw directly.
Yes, sir.
You take the person goes to one, you thank you so much. I'd like you to answer any questions that the state of South Carolina has for you, okay?
Okay.
Cross examination.
Yes, sir. No. I'm wearing break or.
Want to go ahead and take a break? Break time.
Comfort break? I understand.
All right, well, let's take, we won't take long. We'll take about a 15-minute break. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break, and again, please don't discuss the case. We'll be right back with you.
Chow, you're 23 years old, correct?
Mr. President, Your Honor.
Mr. Scott. Mr. Chow, you're 23 years old, correct?
Yes, sir.
In 2023, you were 20 years old, correct?
Yes, sir.
And at the time, you were a student at USC, is that true?
Yes, sir.
And you had already graduated at Hammond Academy, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I ask you any questions that you need me to repeat, I'm happy to.
Okay.
You
Yes, sir.
had graduated at Hammond at the time?
Yes, sir.
And that is a private school here in Columbia, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you swam on the swim team, correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you get any college scholarships?
No, sir.
You were 5'11", 200 pounds at the time, correct?
Around that.
Yeah. Have you mentioned before under oath that at the time you were 5'11", 200 pounds?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How much do you weigh now?
185.
Okay, so you were significantly bigger at the time?
Significant.
15 pounds bigger.
Yes.
Okay. At the time, you were working at your parents' Shell gas station at 7441 Park Lane Road, correct?
Yes, sir.
And they had owned that store about 10 to 12 years at that time?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how long did you work there?
Well, I came to help for, I guess, since we opened.
You were familiar with the store, isn't that true?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and had you become aware of the crime of shoplifting in your time working in the store and being around the store?
Yes, sir.
All right, what is shoplifting?
Someone stole something.
Okay, and that happened more than once in the 10 to 12 years your parents had owned the store as of 2023?
Yes, sir.
Okay, had you developed a policy, or had your parents developed a policy in dealing with shoplifters?
Yes, sir.
Okay, in 2023, you were studying computer information systems, isn't that true?
Yes, sir.
And your father was familiar with computers and computer technology as well, isn't that true?
Yes, sir.
He had actually taught a small college as far as lessons in computers, correct?
Yes, sir.
Isn't it true? Computers can do amazing things.
Yes, sir.
Okay, they can help with DNA extraction and going through millions of propositions, isn't that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, they're able to synthesize surveillance systems and produce high quality videos, isn't that correct?
They can.
Okay, and you yourself and your parents at the Shell gas station at 7441 Park Lane Road had a very sophisticated surveillance system, isn't that true?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you were able to identify shoplifters with that system, were you not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you had a wall of shame above the cash register, isn't that true?
Yes, sir.
What is the wall of shame?
There's pictures and descriptions of past shoplifters.
Okay. And that's stage 44, Stephanie. Do you recognize the wall of shame in stage 44?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Andy, while she pulls it up, what is the purpose of the wall of shame?
To show who and what they stole.
Okay. What is the purpose of showing who and what stole, or who stole and what they stole?
To show other customers.
Okay. And to show law enforcement?
They can if they come in.
Okay. And if somebody steals and makes your wall of shame and they come back in, are you able to identify them?
Me, myself, or
anyone. I mean, why would you have the wall of shame? Why would you have a picture of the shoplifter up? It's to identify them, right?
It can be.
So if you recognize somebody who's on the wall of shame and they come back in, what do you do?
What I would do would be.
What is the store policy at 7441 Park Lane Road, Shell gas station in 2023? What is the policy? If somebody who's on the wall of shame comes back in the store?
I would ask him to leave.
Okay. Now, you see all the people on the wall of shame in 2023?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How many of those people did you chase?
Did I chase?
Yeah.
None of them.
Okay. You don't remember chasing any of those people that stole?
I did not chase anyone.
Okay. I see a number of other pictures here of people. Do you see the lotto tickets right there? And I don't know, Stephanie, can you zoom in on this? What's that guy? What's he doing there? Right there up under the monitor, the cash register.
Probably the same thing as the same as the other pictures.
Okay. Stephanie, can you zoom out there? Scroll over to see the clock on the wall there? Zoom in up under that camera. You see that handy? What are these people?
It'd be the same thing.
What's the same thing?
As the other pictures.
Okay. So you agree with me that you have a sophisticated surveillance system in there that is capable of generating high-quality pictures of people you suspect of committing a crime, correct? You want me to ask that again?
To me, it wouldn't be the highest. It wouldn't be high quality, but it's enough to see their face.
You don't consider these videos we've been watching high quality?
It can be higher.
Okay, well, maybe not movie quality,
but you can see their face.
Okay. And there's nothing to stop you guys from taking these pictures and sending them into law enforcement, correct? There's nothing to stop you from doing that, is there?
No, sir.
Okay. And you certainly know how to use 911, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you've done it past, correct?
I have not.
I could have sworn when your lawyer was up here, you were talking about a 911 call. I could have sworn I heard your voice on a 911 call. Did you imagine that?
I thought you meant before that.
You've used 911 before.
Yes, sir.
And you use 911 to get law enforcement involved, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you use 911 when you see something illegal going on, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you use 911 to get law enforcement who's paid to do their job to come help, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you know how to use it?
Yes, sir.
How do you use 911?
You dial 911?
Very easy, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have a phone, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, in 2023, you were working behind the cash register, correct?
Yes, sir.
And the cash register is raised up a little bit higher than the rest of the floor, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you got a pretty good view of the floor and the surroundings, correct?
Yes, sir.
State 68, please. Who is that fellow right there with the hat on backwards and the North Face pullover?
It's me.
Okay. And what are you looking at?
The young man.
Okay. I'm just looking to, you see right over there to your left, there's another picture of some other people on the, isn't that some more people right there that you got pictures of, right? You can look right here, and you see these people here, and what did they do? Or did they shoplift, or why would you have pictures of some people back here?
I'm not sure.
Okay, but you have pictures of customers behind the counter too?
We did.
Okay, and you look right here, there's some more people right here that you got pictures of. Right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about this guy right here, this tablet to your right, what is that?
It's it shows if a person who is in the system.
What? Tell me about a person in the system.
So they need to be entered into it.
Explain what you're talking about. Use your words.
Okay. So all I know is that the picture needs to be entered into it.
Whose picture?
Anyone. It can be.
If I just went and pumped gas there, you put my face in the system?
No, sir.
Whose face do you put in the system?
There are employees. My face is in there. There are shoplifters.
Okay. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about the shoplifters that you enter into your system, and then you have access to them from that tablet. Tell me how that works.
So if they are in the system, they come into the store,
right?
Then they will pop up on that tablet.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you have facial recognition technology at 7441 Parkland Road, the Shell station your family owns, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that is rather sophisticated equipment, correct?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. So any of these people who shoplifted in the past committed the crime of shoplifting. If you review your camera, go back and you realize a Snicker bar is gone, it's missing from inventory, right? You can go back and review the camera and you can say, aha, this person stole the Snickers, right?
You could, yes, sir.
You can do that. How many different camera angles you got in that store? Do you even know?
I wouldn't know.
I mean, you would agree with me, that's a lot.
Yes, sir.
Over 20, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you can get multiple different angles of the person's face, correct?
Yes, sir.
Most likely you can see what kind of shoes they're wearing.
Yes, sir.
You could probably identify what kind of shorts or pants or dress they had on, correct?
Yes, sir.
You can identify the top of that, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you can even zoom in to like look at different graphics on the shirt or whatever they have, correct?
Yes, sir.
You can look for different identifying characteristics of the clothing they're wearing.
Yes, sir.
You can zoom in on their face, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then you can put it into facial recognition technology, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then if they ever came back in, you would get an alert, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You could do all these things with the technology they had at 7441 Park Lane Road, could you not?
You could.
Now, you have been trained, you have gone to school and been trained, and your father has to identify shot lookers, have you not?
Trained to identify them? I was not trained.
You weren't?
No, sir.
But you know how to identify them, correct?
If they are acting weird to me, that is.
What is acting weird to you?
If they keep looking up at me,
Okay.
they keep walking around the store, wandering around, and if they keep checking the pocket or something, all of those combined.
I'm even thinking about times I've gone into a store and left my wallet in the car, walk around for a minute, and then I walk out. Would you put me in your database if I did that?
I would not.
Would you consider me weird?
No, sir.
What if I have my hands in my pockets, I'm dressed like I am now, and I walked around and looked around and I couldn't find what I was looking for, so then I just walked out. Would you tell me that in my pockets?
No, sir.
Why?
You didn't touch anything.
Okay, but I had my hands in my pockets. I'm looking up at you, I'm looking down. Let's say I did. Let's say I took some waters out and I put them back. Would you chase me?
It would depend if I could see what you were doing. If I couldn't see, then I wouldn't know what you were doing.
You could see what Cyrus was doing, could you not?
Not completely, no, sir.
You weren't sure. You weren't sure.
I believed he had pocketed something.
You believed he had.
Yes, sir.
Okay, why did you believe that?
Because of the things that happened in the store.
Okay. So he had his hands in his pockets.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You testified you watched him when he walked in.
I saw him walk in.
Yeah. So he put his backpack down.
Yes, sir.
Correct. And then the defense offered defense 6, and you said, yeah, that's how he looked when he came in.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If he had a bulge in his pocket when he came in, why wouldn't he have a bulge in his pocket when he left? This is your exhibit.
Well, I was mainly just seeing him put the backpack on the.
Under direct, you told the lawyer that this is how he looked, and this is what you saw when he came in the store.
Yes,
He
sir.
clearly has a bulge in his pocket when he comes in the store. Why wouldn't he have a bulge in his pocket when he left the store?
I was not focused on the bulge when he came in.
You just testified that this is what he looked like, and this is what his pocket looked like when he came in.
Looking at the picture, yes, sir.
You identified this as being him, how he looked when he came in.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll ask you again, if he had a bulge in his pocket when he came in, why would you harass him and say he's got a bulge in his pocket when he left? You see what I'm saying?
I did not notice the bulge when he came in that day.
Okay. And then you talked about, yeah, this is the bulge I saw that he had in his pocket. This is your exhibit that you just introduced to the lawyer. This is
In the picture, I see the bulge.
Okay. You see water bottles in his pocket?
I cannot see it in the pocket. No, sir.
Well, why? You identified something black and a bulge in his pocket. See that?
I did.
But the reason this is an evidence is because you identified it through your lawyer.
Okay.
You don't recognize this from 10 minutes ago.
I mean, I see like the shadow of the pocket, yes, sir.
Do you see a water bottle in his pocket?
I cannot see into his pocket.
What do you see in his pocket?
I
All right.
sorry.
Can we? I guess this one. There's clearly something black in his pocket in the picture, states number 5. I'm gonna just point it to you. Do you not see something black in his pocket?
To me, I just thought that was just the shadow of the pocket.
Does it look like a water bottle to you?
It does not.
Okay. All right. With all the surveillance systems they had at 7441 Park Lane Road, and with all the technology and facial recognition, okay? Couldn't we have hung this 14-year-old boy's picture up on the wall of shame? Couldn't we have done that?
We could have put his picture.
Yeah, on the wall of shame with all those other people. right?
Uh,
Could we have done that?
you could have.
What would have stopped me from doing
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. Is there anything that would have stopped us from going back and printing all these pictures up of the boy with the white Air Force Ones, the black Nike joggers, the red Child's Play hoodie? He never covered his face, did he?
He did not.
He never put the hoodie on, did he?
He did not.
We got hundreds of still shots we could provide law enforcement. Could we not?
Could you? You could.
You could. Is there anything that stopped you guys from doing that?
No, sir.
Okay. And how long does it take to call 911? How many seconds does it take, you think, for you to hit 3 buttons on your cell phone?
1 second.
1 second? Is there anything that stopped you on that day from using 1 second of your time to dial 911?
Nothing stopped me.
No. And you know how to use 911 because you used it before, correct?
Yes, sir.
You used it on that day, correct?
Yes.
Nothing stopped you from using it.
No, sir.
And you certainly have a cell phone that's capable of connecting to 911, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But we didn't do any of that on this particular day, did we?
Not until after.
Yeah, it's a little late after that, right? Andy, think about it. I'm asking you, could we not, if we suspect this 14-year-old, how many would do you think he took?
I'm not sure.
How many do you think he took?
Maybe just one.
One. How much in the year 2023 does a bottle of water cost at 7441 Parkland Road in Richland County at the Shell gas station operated by the Chow family? How much does one bottle of water cost?
I'm not sure.
You don't remember how much they cost? You
No.
work at cash register, right?
I did.
Okay, 98 cents sound about right?
Yes,
Let's
sir.
just round it up to $1. Dollar sound right?
Yes, sir.
Think you took $1 worth of merchandise from the store.
I did think that. Yes, sir.
And you were certain of it.
I believe he had taken it. Yes, sir.
You strongly believed enough where you left your counter, you left the cash register and ran out, correct?
Yes, sir.
You yelled at him. You soft-spoken today, right?
Yes, sir.
You weren't soft-spoken on that particular day, were you?
Well, I just called out to him.
You used your voice, right? You
Yes,
weren't- It's not difficult to hear your voice in those videos, is it?
No, sir.
And your dad ran with you, correct?
He was behind me.
He ran with you, correct?
I would not. I didn't know what he was doing behind me.
He ran with you, correct?
You know, I asked and answered.
He ran with you, correct?
Watching the video, I saw him running behind me.
He
Yes, sir.
ran with you, correct?
Man, you know, I asked and answered because he doesn't like the answer.
How does
More time.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. He ran with you, correct?
Yes, sir. Watching the video, I saw him running behind me.
Okay. And you taught to obey your father, correct?
Yes, sir.
You understand my question?
As in just like,
Were you taught to obey your father?
yes, sir.
You were not taught to disobey your father, were you?
No, sir.
Okay. So when he yelled to you, Andy, stop, do not do this, you listened to him, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
So when he yelled that day, you stopped, didn't you?
When?
May 28th, 2023. That's what we're talking about here today.
Yes,
You
sir.
remember May 28th of 2023?
Yes, sir.
You remember when y'all ran out the door after that 14-year-old boy?
I walked out the door.
Okay, we'll watch a video here in a second. But you remember when you exited the store with your father after the 14-year-old boy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you remember right then when your dad said, stop, Andy, let's stop right here. You remember when he said that?
No, sir.
Because he didn't, right?
He did not.
He didn't say that.
No, sir.
And if he had, you would have obeyed him because you obey your father, right?
I would have stopped.
But you guys continued running along up Spring Street, correct?
Well, so I saw him.
Wait. Okay, but if you need to explain the question, I'm just asking you to continue to run up Spring Street towards.
After he started running, yes, I ran after.
When did he start running?
So I had gone to the corner of the store, and I hear my dad come up behind me and call out, "Hey!"
Right.
And then I see him, the young man. He turned, and then turned back around immediately and started sprinting down.
Okay.
And so that's when I started to run.
Okay, so that was after y'all went around the corner. Let's see.
I kind of slowed down at the corner. Just
Let's see. Stephanie, can I have stage 16 clip or clip 16 stage number 4? Yes, please. This is the young man that you were talking about, correct? The red shirt?
yes, sir.
Okay. That's you watching him, correct?
Yes, sir.
There's your father already making his way towards the front door, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And your mother left too, correct?
In the video, yes, sir.
Okay. Who's manning the cash register right there?
No one.
All right. Who's this gentleman?
Customer.
Okay. Is it common for the whole Chow family to leave the gas station with the customers inside the store?
Well, I wasn't completely sure what my parents were doing, but I exited the store.
Everyone left over $1 of water, correct?
I left because I thought he stole.
Okay. Your dad, as you saw, was right on your heels, right? Rewind.
In the video?
Is your monitor working right now? Yes, okay. All right, press play, Stephanie. Okay. You guys are right together, are you not?
Yes, sir. I see that. I see that, yes, sir.
Yes, is that yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Stephanie, can I have clip 20 from slide 4? And tell me, before we watch this, tell me what you said you just walked out of the gas station. Is that what you said earlier?
Yes, sir. I walked out.
You just walked
and then I walked to the corner.
All right. How would you describe what Cyrus Carmack Belton did when he walked out? Was he walking or was he running when he left the gas station?
Out the door. He was walking.
Rather casually, was he not?
You could say that.
Okay. Was he looking over his shoulder or anything like that? Or
No, sir.
just kind of casually left the store?
Yes, sir.
And you two just bust out after him, correct?
I was just walking out.
You were walking out?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Press play, Stephanie, please. That's walking to you?
Yes, sir.
That's walking?
For me, yes, sir.
You typically walk that fast? Okay. So when you get off the stand, you're going to walk that fast to your seat?
Depends on what I was doing.
Okay. What were you doing there?
I guess it would be a brisker walk, but I wasn't running out the store.
When did you start running?
After he ran.
Why? Is there anything wrong with him running?
Well, I ran because I thought he had stolen something, and I wanted to see where he was going.
How far were you going to chase him, do you think?
I'm not sure.
Just
going to see where he was going.
a mile? What if he didn't run a mile? Would you have kept chasing him with your dad?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I was doing.
You don't know at what point to stop chasing the 14-year-old?
I don't know when I would stop.
Let me see clip 21, state sports. Do you remember when his shoe fell off as he was running? Remember that?
I did not see that.
Okay, you didn't see him running with one sock and one shoe?
No, sir. I did not notice that.
Is that what you were describing, how he was walking around the corner, and then y'all start yelling at him and briskly walking towards him, and then he takes off running?
I just hear my dad call out, "Hey," to him.
That's what made him start running when y'all were back behind, briskly walking towards him? That's what made him start running?
I kind of just slowed down to a stop at the corner. I wasn't walking at him.
You slowed down to, okay, let me go back. Let's watch it again because I didn't see that. Go to clip 20 of State Score and let's watch Andy stop as he goes to the corner. All right, when did you stop right there? I didn't see it. I missed it.
I slowed down at the corner.
Okay, and then he started running. And every time you see somebody run, you feel compelled to run after him, right?
I did. Well, I believe he had stolen something, so I ran to go see where he was going.
Okay. Let me have clip 24 of State Score, please, Stephanie. And now, what do you call it? Y'all are really briskly walking there, are you not? That's a really brisk walking there.
Well, he's running off screen, so that's when I started running after he started.
Okay, you're running now.
Yes, sir.
That's running.
Yeah.
You're no longer briskly walking, you're running now, right?
Yes, sir.
And what's your dad doing in that video?
In the video, he's also running.
Okay. And is he saying, Andy, let's stop. Let's do not leave the parking lot. Let's stop right here.
I did not hear that.
Okay. He didn't say that?
No, sir.
Okay. And now the boy lost his shoe. You know your mother went and picked it up from the scene, right?
I learned that afterwards. Yes, sir.
And he's running so hard, he comes out of the shoe. You know, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you don't dispute that, do you?
No, sir.
You saw the video, right?
Yes, sir.
And he's running so hard, his cell phones fall out of his pockets, correct?
He throws them out.
Okay. Well, you said before they fell out. Did you not? I know you're saying he threw them out today. Have you ever thrown cell phones on the side of the road?
I never.
Okay. And he didn't either, did he?
No, he threw them.
If I showed you the video from your store the day of, where you said they fell out of his pockets, would you still deny that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Your Honor, we need to refresh his memory of the video. Let me ask first, if this will help refresh your memory. Read this and tell me if you deny it. You said any of those things. Don't say it out loud, just read it, see if you refresh your memory.
Okay.
Do you deny saying that?
I do not deny saying that.
Okay. So you don't disagree that the day of, you said these things flew off and you never said anything about them throwing anything?
At that moment, yes, sir.
Okay.
I did say that.
And this was the day of?
Yes, sir.
Because why would anybody throw their cell phones out? Does that make any sense to you?
I would not know.
No. Because they did. He didn't throw them. They flew off of him because he was running so hard.
No, sir. I saw him throw it to the side.
What did you want me to read what you said? Would that help?
Well,
Or would you want me to play the video for you? Would that help?
I'm just telling you what I saw.
Okay. I'm asking you what you said on the day it happened.
Okay.
You never said that he threw them. You said he dropped them.
I did say
Two
that.
things flew off of him, correct?
Yes, sir. When flew, like he threw it. That is what I meant.
That's what you meant. Okay.
Yes, sir.
He threw his shoe off too, didn't he?
I did not see that myself.
Okay. So Tom, you're saying he dropped his phone. Two things flew off. You don't disagree with that?
I did say that.
Okay. All right. And as a matter of fact, you chased him, you stopped and looked at him. Right?
At what point? Oh, at what he threw, you mean?
Well, listen, I'm only going to be talking to you about May 28th, 2023. So if you ask when, I'm talking about this date when 14-year-old Cyrus Felton died. So is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you're chasing him, your shoe comes off. Two cell phones come off. And you stop and look at him. Do you not?
So I slow down for like a second and I glance back. I don't see a phone, a water bottle. All I see is trash. And so I turn back around and continue to follow him.
All right. Would it surprise you to know that you had previously said that you stopped and looked and noticed that the two cell phones on the ground?
You said that?
Do you disagree with what you said?
I don't remember saying that.
Would it help you if I refresh your memory?
Yes, sir.
You stopped to look at what he had dropped, correct?
Try to see what he had thrown. Yes, sir.
Okay, you do agree with me then that you stopped to look.
Well, it wasn't like a full stop.
What was it?
I slowed down. So in the video you see me full sprinting, and so I slowed down to see, and I don't see anything, so I turn back around and continue.
You didn't see the white sheet right there?
No, sir.
Or the cell phone?
No, sir.
One was white though, right?
The phone?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
You remember your mother collecting and bringing them into the gas station that night?
I remember her saying that, yes, sir.
Now, whenever Cyrus goes, let me have 6, 7. You recognize this to be 7441 Parkland Road?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And under this awning, approximately here is where the entrance of the store is, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And correct me if I'm wrong, but when Cyrus leaves, he rounds this corner and goes this direction on the sidewalk, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. As you guys come around the corner at a brisk pace with your dad yelling, he
Calling
takes
out.
off sprinting, does he not?
My dad calls out to him, "Hey," that's it.
And he takes off sprinting, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, are you able to see these two posts right here, the 2 white posts from the black car?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Cyrus ran around those and took his cut through, correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But you and your father took this direction,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. His shoe came off somewhere in this vicinity, correct?
I do not believe so. I think it was earlier.
Okay.
Judging off the video.
Somewhere here then?
Maybe a bit further back.
Somewhere here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Cell phones were found in this general area? Or where did you stop to look where he hid?
It is still in the parking lot.
I'm sorry?
It is still in the parking lot.
The cell phones?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
When I saw him throw them, is up like before that sand path there.
All right. Somewhere here.
Yes, sir.
Cyrus takes the path, correct?
Yes, sir.
And does he immediately cross over Spring Tree?
He's kind of running a diagonal
All right, how about this?
straight to the
Is that
scene.
it? Is that it?
Straight to where the scene was.
He's running in the middle of the road?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that is a fairly heavily traveled road, correct?
Yes, sir.
Cars go pretty fast up and down that road, correct?
I'm not sure.
You've never noticed people speeding up and down that road?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, it is heavily traveled, correct?
Yes, sir.
Cyrus, you and your father run directly across with no disregard for cars coming or going, did you not?
I did not see any cars.
You didn't even notice the white Honda that had to slam on its brakes to keep from hitting you guys?
I did not notice. No, sir.
You did?
No, sir.
Because you were focused on chasing the 14-year-old, is that correct?
I was focused on seeing where he was going.
Okay. Spring Tree Road is a very straight road, correct?
Yes, sir.
You can see a great distance down this road, correct? State's 1537?
No, sir.
15. All right. Spring Tree is a straight road, correct?
It is straight.
Okay. And it dead ends eventually, correct?
Yes, sir.
What are these apartments right here?
I'm not sure.
All right. What are these apartments right here?
I'm not sure.
Are there any more apartment complexes inside these two?
I'm not sure.
But it dead ends?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what's the purpose of sprinting after Cyrus if you merely wanted to find his direction of travel? Don't we already know his direction of travel without even leaving the property?
Well, it is a dead end for a car, but not for someone on foot.
What does that mean?
You can go anywhere.
Where can you go?
Anywhere.
Where can you go besides the apartments? I don't understand.
You could go through it. I don't understand.
All right. Where can anybody go besides those apartments? There's only 2 apartment complexes to go to before you hit the dead end, right?
Well, you could walk another direction, not on the road.
Explain that. I don't understand. Are you trying to say you could go through the woods?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. So were you prepared to chase him through the woods?
I don't know.
Do you know, like, at what point your dad and you stop, or do you just chase him for eternity?
I don't know. I was just, the only thing I was thinking was see where he was going.
Yeah, and get that bottle of water. Gotta get that bottle of water, right?
No, sir.
Okay. Don't we know which direction he went? I mean, if the cops show up, and we know how to call 911, we've established that. You say, officers, this is the guy you're looking for. This is the guy you're looking for. And he went straight up Spring Tree. Not too many places he can go. He can take a right or a left. Oh, by the way, we got his backpack, we got a shoe, we got 2 cell phones. Shouldn't be too hard for you guys, right?
Well, I did not see the phones. I did not see a shoe.
But you know you are a computer information systems graduate, whatever you are. You know intimately about computers and you know about the capabilities of your surveillance system, do you not?
I know that we had his picture.
And you know about the wall of shame, do you not?
Yes, sir.
And you know how to call 911, do you not?
I do.
So why do we, you want to find this direction. I know that's what, is that your explanation? You want to find direction of travel?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We got videos that show his direction of travel. You said he didn't go to Park Lane, he went down Spring Street. You can tell officers his direction of travel, right? You never even have to leave the property, do you?
You could, I could get more details, more detailed on where he went, because the even though the road is straight, it goes up a little bit, so you can't actually see down the road. There's a little hump.
It's your testimony that you and your father had to chase up there to see specifically where he went, so we can get that $1 bottle of water. Is that your testimony?
Well, I was running to just see where he was going.
Why do you have to run on that straight road? The boy has 1 shoe on. I mean, can you do that brisk walk you like to do?
Well, I was not thinking that at the
What were you
time,
thinking?
to see where he was going.
I'm gonna ask you, I'm gonna leave it behind like this. But when you stand, State's 20, please. 20, yes, ma'am. When you stand right here, you recognize this big driveway of your gas station?
Yes, sir.
You can see right up the road, right?
At my height, I would not be able to see all the way down.
Let me ask you something. Do you have, I see you wearing glasses. Do you have issues with your vision?
Just a little bit.
Okay. And do you have trouble perceiving things even with glasses?
No, sir.
You don't?
No, sir.
So with your glasses, you got a good eyesight?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You see this car right here, Andy?
Yes, sir.
What apartment complex are they with?
That first one.
Okay. And then how many more up the road?
I'm not sure.
All right. Well, dead ends, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you're standing right there, you can see him take a left in that apartment complex, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And if he keeps going, you know there's a dead end, right?
Yes, sir.
And you know there's only that other apartment complex on the right up there.
Yes,
So
sir.
if you stand right there, stay in your parking lot of your store at 7441 Park Lane Road, you can go ahead and rule out that first apartment on the left if you pass it, right?
I could. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
but if he turns in there, you can say, officers, he went up there, took a left, right?
Yes, sir.
And by the way, we got space too, right?
Okay.
And by the way, we got a cell phone and shoe, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, you following me still? If you kept running past that driveway, then you could narrow it down too. You could say, Mr. Police Officer, he kept running past that first complex, and the next one is up there on the right, right?
I could have.
Okay. Are you tracking my question? So my question is, why do you need to be right up on him, jogging beside him the whole time?
I did not plan to be right on him
But you were.
because he tripped.
So you watched a 14-year-old boy with 1 shoe. You suspected was stealing $1 of water, trip and fall, and you didn't just turn around and say, Dad, let's call it a day. Let's just go back. We've done too much already. You didn't do it
I did not do that.
because you're right up on. You said that in your statement, right?
I
got
was.
right up on.
I was arm's length away.
You still didn't notice he was only wearing 1 shoe?
No, sir.
You busted his butt pretty bad there, didn't
His butt.
you?
No.
He busted his shins up, right? I mean, he was down like on his stomach, right? You said that.
He was on his. He was flat, and I saw something in his hand.
Okay. This is state 78. Okay. And you hit pretty hard. Okay. And are you familiar with a tack light? This is state's number 6. You familiar with the tack light?
Yes, sir.
Remember that on the ground?
I did not see it myself, but
Well, like you were standing there with the officer when he identified it being there after that.
I thought they were talking about a red thing on the floor.
But you didn't see that at the time?
I did not see it. No, sir.
All right, well, let me see state's 35. You saw his shins just now, what he did to himself after that fall?
I did see them.
Okay. And it was a fairly, he hit the ground pretty hard, didn't he?
He did fall flat on the ground.
Okay. Now it's right about here where 8A is, correct?
I believe it was a bit further up.
Okay. Do you see 8A?
Yes, sir.
You realize that's an attachment to the pistol he had on him?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any explanation? Because you were the closest one to him, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. He had to have hit the ground right here for his optic, his flashlight to come attached and come to rest right there, right? You didn't throw it there, did you?
I did not.
And that's not yours, is it?
No, sir.
And that doesn't go to your dad's gun, does it?
No, sir.
So that is where he fell, correct?
From my memory, he fell a bit further, a bit after. So
You were closest to him.
Yes, sir.
How did that get to be right there then? Did you move it?
Then maybe when he took it out.
When did you take it out?
I don't know, but when he was on the ground, it was already in his hand.
Okay. Do you think maybe when he hit the ground, it came out of his pocket? You think that's possible?
I'm not sure.
Okay. He hit the ground pretty hard, did he not?
He did.
You were right there up on him. He hit the ground hard, did he not?
He did.
Okay. And he's already lost his shoe. You understand that?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Do you understand that? You want me to watch play the video again for you?
No, sir.
We know he lost the shoe because your mom brought it to your store, right?
Yes,
You were there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I ask a question you don't understand, just ask me to repeat.
Well, I didn't know he didn't have a shoe on.
I didn't ask you that.
Okay.
We understand now he lost his shoe, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We understand now that 2 cell phones had flown off of him in his haste to get away from you two, correct?
I saw him throw it, yes, sir.
But at the day, you said it flew off of him. You didn't say throw, correct?
That day, yes, sir.
Okay. I know you won't say the day he threw it, but I'm talking about May 28, 2023. You said 2 things flew off of him.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we now know that in his haste to get away from you, he ran out of his sneaker, and now he's running up the road with 1 shoe on. In his haste to get away from you two, he has dropped 2 cell phones. Because who do you know that throws cell phones away? You never know anything about that?
I did not.
Okay. So he's running away from you so hastily, he comes out of the shoe, drops 2 cell phones, but you two continue to chase him, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then follow him.
All right.
Why did you use that term?
Jason, follow.
Chase. Are you comfortable when I say chase?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You continue to chase him. And then the boy, the 14-year-old, 114-pound boy, hits the ground so hard, and you're hovering over him. And the light he hits so hard that light has come off of his gun. Why not just run back to the Shell station at that point and say, this is enough. We've gone way too far. Over $1 bottle of water. Why did you and your dad do that then?
So everything was happening fast.
Yeah.
So I caught up to him, and I see the gun.
Okay.
And then it's pointed at me. So.
How many times did you say?
back up.
Okay, I want to get that. Who did you tell that day that he pointed a gun at you?
I did not say the exact words. No.
What am I doing right now?
Pointing at me.
Yeah. It's a very simple word, is it not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You never say pointed. You never use the term aim. Did you not? Or you did you?
I did not. I did motion it. Pointing.
Never said point. You never said aim. You said he pulled a gun. I saw a gun.
Yes, sir. I said those things.
Okay. English is your first language, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you even speak Cantonese?
Only a little bit.
Only a little. You understand the term point? You use it all the time. Do you not?
Yes, sir.
You understand the word aim, correct?
Yes, sir.
Did anybody stop you from using those words that day?
No, sir. They also did not ask me.
Did you have trouble volunteering that very important piece of information?
The first thing that came to my mind was he pulled it, and then I pointed with my hand.
He pulled. Could it have come out of his pocket when he took that violent fall to the ground?
I believe he took it out.
Could it have come out of his pocket when he took that violent hit on the ground that dislodged the flashlight from his gun?
I'm not sure.
Could it have fallen out of his pocket after you chased him 130 yards and he hit the ground, wounding his shin, dislodging that light from his gun? Could it have come out of his pocket at that point?
It could have.
Okay. You never saw it before he fell, correct?
The gun.
You never saw that gun before he fell, correct?
No, sir.
All right. It's the first time you're even aware of it because you're right on top of him and he's hurt himself and he's lying on the ground face down, correct?
Yes, sir.
And where's your dad?
I'm not sure. He's behind me.
2 to 3 feet behind you, maybe?
I'm not sure.
Would it surprise you? You said before that he was 2 to 3 feet behind you.
I don't remember.
Would it surprise you? Do you deny saying that?
I don't remember saying it.
Do you deny saying that?
I just don't remember saying it.
Do you deny saying that he was 2 to 3 feet behind you?
I'm not sure.
How far away do you think you were from him when he fell to the ground, when you first saw the gun?
From young man?
Yes, sir.
More than like 10 feet. Maybe.
Okay, your dad was 10 feet?
Wait,
10 feet from
where
Cyrus?
I was from him, or
You were 10 feet from Cyrus when he fell?
when he tripped?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. He was ahead of me.
Okay, but then you got right up on him, is what you testified to.
Yes, sir. And then I caught up to him. Yes, sir.
Okay, you were right up on him, is I think.
Yeah, arm length. Yes, sir.
Arm length? How far was your dad from you at that point?
I'm not sure. I did not look back.
Okay. Would you say, do you remember saying that he was maybe 5 to 10 feet from Cyrus?
At what point?
Do you remember giving an interview saying that?
At what point was he at 5 to 10?
When Mr. Cyrus Carmack Belt was lying on the ground, you see the gun. Your arm's length, how far is that?
I'm not completely sure.
Let me see if you recognize making these statements. Stop here. Okay. You do not deny making those statements?
No, I do not deny.
Okay. So you previously told or indicated that your dad was 5 to 10 feet away from him, and you were maybe 2 feet from him when you first saw the gun.
That is what I said.
I'm asking you, I mean,
I
do you remember giving an interview with Mr. Jordan, Investigator Jordan?
So I was told by Mr. Kent that I can only say what I saw at that day, and I did not know. My dad was behind me. I did not know.
Remember when Investigator Jordan, how many feet do you think your dad was from Cyrus, if you had to guess?
Your Honor, I'm going to get, even get the last word guess, and we don't want to speculate. Wait, Approach John.
Hey, what's up?
Jordan asked you, how far, if you had to guess, from Cyrus was your father? You don't deny him asking that, right? You don't deny saying it'd be like 5 to 10 feet. You don't deny that.
So I would be guessing where he was.
You would have seen him. How could you have guessed the distance if you didn't see him?
I did not see
Well,
him.
you just testified a minute ago with your lawyer that when you saw the gun, you looked up, turned towards your dad, and said, he's got a gun. Did you not testify with Mr. Kent about that?
I thought the question was when I was next to the young man, I saw
That's
the
when you
gun.
saw the gun.
Yes, sir. So
And
then
then you
I.
check- Go ahead.
So then I see the gun and it points up at me. So I put my hands up. I say he has a gun, still facing, and then I'm backing up at this point, and then I turn and I see my dad.
Oh, so now there's a lot more time than I thought between these events. So now your testimony is you're right up on top of him. He's falling. Okay, stop me if I'm wrong. Okay, I'm just trying to repeat what I think you just said.
Okay.
You're right on top of him. You see a gun. You don't know where your dad is right now, correct?
Yes, correct.
So how many seconds does it take for you to go, whoa, 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 back up, and say, he's got a gun?
Well, it'd be he has got a gun, and then I turn to where you are now, and it's tell my dad he has a gun.
He's got a gun.
And
when you're looking at your dad, how far away is he from Cyrus who's still on the ground? 5 to 10 feet?
I'd say closer to 10 feet. 10 feet.
Ooh, okay. Wonder why you said 5 to 10 when investigator Jordan asked you that.
I learned that my perception of feet, how far long foot was wrong.
Okay, so over 3 years, you've learned about 12 inches and what it means to be 5 or 10 feet. You've learned distance is better for 3 years. Is that what you're saying?
After I explained it.
Okay, so let me get this right, because I just want to be clear. He's still on the ground as you're running backwards?
No, he's getting up.
Okay.
And that's when he points the gun at me as he's getting up.
And still running? He continues to run?
He does continue to go forward, yes, sir.
Okay. And so I guess that must mean that he's doing this.
Not behind him, because I'm not backing up straight backwards.
Okay. How are you backing up?
Since I was running full speed, I slow down. I'm maybe arm's length away, and then I see the gun, and I start to back up. And I start to go out this way.
Okay. Stephanie, can I have stakes number 26? All right. Yes, can I have the witness just step down, just explain real quick? And he can, here. You recognize what we're looking at, state 26?
Yes, sir.
All right, show us where he, I want you to, as best you can, put the tip of that on the exact spot where he fell.
It would be right here.
Okay. Right there. And that's about where that tack light was found, correct?
I believe the back leg is down.
All right, I put it within the chimney where you fell. Right there. Okay. And you're right up on top of him. Good. You're right up on top of him when you see the gun right there.
Yes, sir.
Show us the direction you backed up in.
So I come in, and I back out.
Why would you back up further towards the road instead of back to safety where the park lane road is?
Because my momentum is taking me out this way.
Well, your momentum, you said you stopped right over him. You're right on top of him. How'd you have momentum if you were in stopping position?
Well, I didn't come to a full stop. I came in, slowed down, and I see the gun, and then I started to come out this way. And then so I turn around here, and I see my dad, and then...
Wait. Slow down. Slow down. He hits the ground. How long was he down on the ground?
Maybe 1 or 2 seconds.
1 or 2 seconds. And you're right on top of him. That's what you testified to, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Right on top of him while you're moving past him, or I don't understand. Because I understood that you stopped right beside him. You're an arm's length away from him, is what you said prior.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you stopped.
So I came in, and then, I didn't come to a full stop right here, and then start to go.
Well, if he's on the ground, okay, so you're explaining he hits the ground, you just kind of keep running past him.
I keep coming up here, and then he starts to get up.
Okay.
And then he points the gun at me, and so I continue that.
If he's pointing the gun at you, he's trying to move this way, why are you backing up in the same direction he's moving? I don't understand. Why not go back this way? If you just approach the man with the gun, why are you backing up in the same direction and travel as he's going? I don't understand.
Well, my momentum just taking me that way.
But you already said you stopped right beside him when he hit the ground.
Well, no, I didn't come to a full stop. All
right, so let me get this straight. You're running forward here, correct?
Full sprint.
Okay. And you slow down and suddenly you're backpedaling. How do you do that? How do you go from sprinting forward to backpedaling without stopping? Can you demonstrate that?
Sure.
You can go from a dead sprint to a backpedal without stopping?
No, I slowed down.
Okay, so you can go from a sprint to slow down to backpedal.
Yes, sir.
Can you? Do we have enough room for you to do that? I've never seen that done. No. Is that something you practice?
No.
You're describing as a full sprint, slow down, and then suddenly you're backpedaling up the road. Is that your testimony?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Cyrus is trying to get up, but he's continuing this way, correct?
Yes.
And do you remember, all right, so when you back up here, you don't deny that you said you turned to look at your dad and said he hasn't gone.
Yes, sir.
Now, put the pointer where your dad was standing when you first saw him. You turned around and looked at your dad.
So I'm here, and I see he comes up around this spot.
Okay, you right about that. And that's about where that case is found.
Yes, sir. Okay. And then Cyrus was up already on his feet and out this way.
Okay, Cyrus is continuing trying to get up that way.
Yes, sir.
And it's your testimony that as he's running, he's doing that to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're running with him, kind of. I mean, he's running that way, you're backing up with him.
Yes, sir. But kind of like going away from him.
Okay, well, you just said when you're backpedaling, you're going up Spring Tree, away from Park Lane, right?
It'd be this way.
Okay, but are you going towards Park Lane when you're backing up, or up closer? Oh, God.
Yes, I'll be going up Springtree.
Okay, well, that's what I'm asking. Cyrus is going up Springtree too, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you're going up Springtree, correct? That's what you just said.
Yes, sir.
Right? So he's running, and you're backpedaling beside him, and he's running with a gun the whole time. That's what your testimony is, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can have a seat. So, your dad's standing back there going, what the hell is going on? Why is my son backpedaling with this guy aiming a gun at him, right?
I'm not sure what he was doing.
Have you ever seen anything like that before? One man running down the road aiming a gun at somebody, another guy jogging beside him?
I mean, there would be about, like, there's a good distance between us. I'm not, like, right next to him.
Okay, so how far did you back off of him at that point?
About maybe 20 feet away.
No, 20 feet
Since
away.
we're going away from each other.
Okay, but you're both moving up Springtree away from Park Lane.
Up Springtree and away from each other.
Okay, and there's trees in between you and Cyrus at this point, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and he's trying to get towards those apartments, is he not?
I'm not sure what he was.
Which direction? One more time, Andy. Which direction was he going? Was he going towards Park Lane or up Springtree?
He was going up Springtree.
Okay, and what's it in Springtree?
Some apartments.
But is there any doubt he was trying to get away from you two?
I don't know what he was thinking.
Was he running toward you or away from you?
I was running away from him. Now that he's pointing a gun
Let me ask you. I'm gonna make this real easy, step by step.
Okay.
When y'all left the Shell station, was he trying to get away from you two?
I'm not sure why he ran.
Did he ever stop and ask to shake your hand?
No, sir.
Did he ever run towards you?
No, sir.
Okay. He was running away from you, right, Andy?
I can't speak for him.
Was he running towards you?
No, sir.
Was he running away from you? It's not a hard question.
I guess not to me, yes, sir. He was
trying to get away from where you were, correct?
Could be.
It could be. You and your dad are yelling at him and running after him.
I did not. Outside of the store, I did not yell at him.
You yelled at him in the store.
Well, I called out to him, hey.
And your dad yelled to him when you got out of the store.
And my dad called out hey to him. Yes.
And he ran away from you.
Okay, yes, sir.
I know, I'm asking you. This is your chance to answer my questions. And they're not hard, are they? He ran away from you and your father, did he not?
He did run away from me.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
At any point did he turn and engage with you? You understand that word?
He did not.
Okay. At any point did he stop and turn towards your dad and pull out a gun in the store?
Was my dad? No, sir.
Did he do that to you in the store?
No, sir.
Did he do that when y'all chased him into Springtree? Did he turn around before y'all left the parking lot and point a gun at you?
No, sir.
But you continued to chase him, though, didn't you? And you actually called up to him you called up to him twice, is what you said in your statement roadside, right?
Yes, sir.
What does that mean? What was the first time you called up with him?
I'm not completely sure.
Okay. So you catch up with him, and then he keeps going, and then he falls, and then you catch up with him again, and that's when the gun thing happens, right?
Yes, sir. He pointed the gun at me.
Okay. And you said he fell, he took 1 2 steps after he got shot and fell down?
Yes, sir. Okay. Or, yeah, he kind of ducks to the ground and stays on the ground.
Okay. But you testified he took 1 2 steps after he was shot and fell to the ground?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me see stage 32, please. So where we see Cyrus here, pretty much where he got shot, right?
Yes, sir. Or
what?
That's when I see him and he takes 1 2 steps and then falls. That's not where he got shot right there.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
You must have got shot somewhere in here, right? If you take 1 2 steps and then falls.
I think it'd be a bit further left.
I have to take big steps.
Well, it's not exact. I didn't look at him immediately, so there could be steps before those first 2 steps I saw.
Your testimony before, he got shot, took 1 maybe 2 steps, and then fell. Do you deny that?
My testimony is I saw my dad fire the shot, and then I turned to him, and I see he takes 1 2 steps.
Have you given statements before? Sir?
Oh, sorry. What was?
Have you spoken with investigator Jordan?
Yes, sir.
Did you not tell him he took 1 maybe 2 steps and then fell?
I believe I did. I believe I did.
Okay. Are you changing your testimony today for any reason, or do you stand by that statement?
No, that's exactly how he answered the question. Mischaracterizing what the witness said. He answered it exactly as the solicitor just asked the second time.
Overall, and I think the witness can explain it as he needs to.
You previously said he gets shot, takes 1, maybe 2 steps, and then falls. Doesn't get back up. Right?
I did say those words.
Okay. So tell me then about tell me when to stop, where he was when you remember him getting shot.
It will be about there.
There.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if that's 1, 2 steps, really been moving. He must have been moving pretty fast trying to get up that hill if that's 1 to 2 steps carried him that far, right?
Well, there would have been more steps before the 1 or 2 that I saw.
Listen, your prior testimony, I want to be very clear. Call it slow. Your prior testimony is this. He gets shot, takes 1 or 2 steps, and falls. Do you deny that?
No, sir.
Okay. We're clear on that now. We don't have to go back and forth on that anymore, do we?
Yes, sir.
Shot, 1 or 2 steps, falls. We're clear on that. Are we clear on that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me ask you again. This is where you didn't move him, did you, after he fell to the ground? Did you drag him anywhere? You
No,
did
sir.
that?
Just flipped him.
Okay. Well, then this is where he came to rest finally. Correct.
Yes, sir.
Where was he shot if it's 1 or 2 steps away? Tell me when.
It would be around there.
Okay, look at that. Look at that, Andy.
Yes, sir.
You're a I don't know, Division 1 level swimmer, right? What did you do, 150 meters?
Not Division 1, no, sir.
You know,
Just
the
high school
Cannon
swimmer.
Academy, you were swimming there, all state?
Yes, sir.
You're familiar with distances, right?
In yards.
Just yards?
Yes, sir.
You're familiar too with my stride being what it is when I'm walking, but when I'm sprinting, I'm taking a lot bigger steps.
Oh, yes, sir.
And he was really moving. If we are to understand that he shot right here, and that's 1 or 2 steps away, he must have been sprinting up that hill.
Point, it was not 1 or 2 steps.
Well, no, I thought we were clear on that. We already said 1 or 2 steps after the shot. We got to clear that up, I thought.
I mean, I just been explaining to you what it was.
Yeah, I thought we were clear. You got shot, took 1 or 2 steps and fell, but maybe we weren't. Okay. One or 2 steps fell. At this point, how far out into the road are you? You've already, it must have, you're backpedaling up Springtree. I remember that. How far up in the middle of Springtree are you?
So the two lines in the middle of the road, I'm about on the right, about past it. Just a little bit.
Can I see these states 26 one more time, Stephanie? All right, we talked about this is about where he fell. That was about right there when he fired the shot. We know he comes to rest and passes away somewhere right in this area, correct? Correct, Andy?
No, it'd be a bit further down.
Down.
To the left.
Is that right?
And then to the left more.
Okay, right there.
It would be around there.
Okay. And so you shot his back, you know that, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. He's right here, okay, when he's shot. You're aware now?
I would be at the double lines.
Okay, you've had a chance at this point to somehow get all the way back up here. How long did it take you to backpedal all that way?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Maybe.
How many seconds or how much time do you think passed between when you saw he had a gun, you start backpedaling, you yell to your dad, he's got a gun, you're still backpedaling, and then your dad fires the shot? How much time was that?
Around 10 seconds?
10 seconds. Okay. When did Cyrus fire that gun?
He did not.
He had 10 seconds to fire the gun and he didn't?
Well, you said from when he fell to the ground to when he was shot?
Yeah. 10 seconds?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in 10 seconds, he hits the ground, he's getting up, he's aiming at you, but he's continuing to move forward, and you're backpedaling with him up the road. In 10 seconds of this is going on, your dad's just watching from behind, and you're yelling gun, and that all happens like within a 10-second period of time?
Yes, and then after I see the gun, I say, there's a gun. It's probably 5 seconds now.
And in 10 seconds, when you hit the ground, you see it, and then he shot.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then that pistol laid on the ground the entire time. And, I mean, I don't know if we need to watch it, but the body cam footage, it shows you and your dad kind of just walking around the scene and hanging out as law enforcement's roping off the area and everything. You remember that?
I was not walking around the scene.
You don't remember if I showed you some body cam footage? I mean, they caught me on the side of the road. Do you remember that?
I stayed out away from the scene.
Okay, well, I'm just talking, but you were right around where the tack light and the shell casing were found, correct?
Yes, sir.
And, you know, people are walking up and down the road and all around the scene. Do you not remember that?
I do remember that.
And the Taurus pistol laid right there beside those trees the entire time, unless somebody else moved it. Did you ever see the move beside your dad?
I did not see it at all after it was tossed to the side.
You know, it's right there by your feet.
When it's tossed?
Yeah, it's right there.
I was going to young man.
Okay. And then later, after he shot, your dad throws it out there kind of near where you were standing.
No, it was off to the side, and then I went over to the young man.
Okay. It's found right there. Have you ever seen this before?
Oh, yes,
There's
sir.
a pistol right there. You guys are all walking around when law enforcement shows up.
I'm in the parking lot. I'm in the parking lot. Yes, sir.
You're all over the scene in the body cam, walking around. They interviewed you down here by those two poles.
I did not walk around the scene.
Andy, one second. Well, a minute ago too, you testified that as he's trying to run and you're backpedaling up with him, your dad says, drop it. And he says, no. Remember you testified to that, Mr. Sam? When have you ever said that before?
No, mischaracterization, that's not what witness testified, but I'll let the witness correct me.
What did you say? Did you not misremember that?
So what I said, my dad said?
Nothing.
What I heard?
Just correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought I heard earlier, you told your dad, he's got a gun.
Yes, sir.
Your dad said, drop it. And Cyrus said, no.
No. I heard my dad say that, where he said, drop it.
Yeah.
And my dad said no. It was my dad that said no. And then he fired the shot.
Why'd your dad say no? I don't understand.
I'm not sure either.
Okay, so did you misspeak earlier? Did I misunderstand? I thought I heard you say Cyrus said no.
Maybe you misheard.
So Cyrus
I meant my dad said.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Cyrus didn't say anything.
No, sir.
Okay.
Or I don't hear him saying anything.
Okay. I thought that must have been misheard. I'm sorry. Okay. Andy, there was nothing. You were pretty certain that he took that one, weren't you?
I believe you stole it.
You were pretty certain that he did. I mean, why else would you have taken him? You weren't pretty sure.
I did believe that he had stolen something, yes, sir.
Okay, you were pretty sure he did not, right?
Yes, sir. Let's say it that way.
But you're wrong.
Afterwards, I did learn he did not take it.
You were so sure that day that you left your position at the cash register and you ran out of the store. You were that certain, were you not?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, I walked up. I did not run up the store.
We're not going to get back into
Okay.
it. You briskly walked, you ran, but I'm not going to get into it. But you were certain enough, you left. We did that. He ran after that. You were that certain that he stole it, were you not?
I believed it, and when he ran, that's when I really believed that he had stolen something.
And you were dead wrong, weren't you?
I did learn that afterwards.
You were dead wrong, weren't you?
I was wrong.
And there was nothing to stop you or your dad from calling 911 if you thought he had taken that $1,000 what it was. Nobody stopped you.
No, sir.
You had time to go back and review the video footage and realize you hadn't taken out water bottle, didn't you? You could have looked back at the video and reviewed it and realized he didn't take any water, could you not?
It's either I do that or go see where he was going.
Okay. But if you would have reviewed it, you would have realized I didn't have to leave the store to make them eat it.
I was not thinking that.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just asking, okay?
Okay.
There was nothing to stop you or your father from going back, reviewing that footage, and taking the time to do that, and realize he hadn't stolen anything. There's nothing to stop that, was there?
Nothing.
Okay. I'm not trying to be John, but there really wasn't anything to stop that, was there?
No, sir.
Andy, could have taken the pictures. If he had something, let's say he did. Could put them up on the wall of shame. We could have sent them out to law enforcement. And if this young man had taken that $1 bottle of water, we could have punished him, right? And we could have. We could have done that. We could have blasted his image out and said, we're looking for this man. He's suspected of stealing a bottle of water. And we could have helped law enforcement try to identify him, right? We could have done that.
Could have.
But we did.
I did go out to help see where he was going. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you. That's all. Yes, Sean. Andy, you have been on the stand for a while, and I know it's a little stressful. I want you to take a breath for me. I'm going to ask you some questions, and first I want to go in, I guess it's hard getting peppered with questions and make sure your memory is perfect from 3 years ago. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, sir.
And the first thing that you were getting yelled at about was that you had never given a statement about seeing him throw something. You remember those questions that they're like, you didn't say this, you didn't say this, you didn't say this. You remember that?
Yes, sir.
And if not mistaken, there are 4 times where you were asked on a body worn camera,
Yes, sir.
In store, then you were interviewed, and then you had formally given testimony all about something being thrown. You remember that?
Yes, sir.
So first, let's talk about on scene. And when we're on scene with a body worn camera, like the first time, you see highlighted what you told the officer?
Yes, sir.
What did you tell the officer on scene?
He had threw stuff out at the corner right there, and he was running back down this way, and I caught up to him once, and then he kept going.
So first, and it's been suggested that you didn't say it, you didn't see it, but on scene, first time, one time, he threw something,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And then they talked about an interview in the store. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
Looking at line 28 in the store, what did you say in the store?
Oh, I saw him throw something out at the corner down there.
That's number 2. Second time now. Then they asked you about a later interview. You want to do an interview with law enforcement they were asking about. Just read that.
Started sprinting. Just myself.
Yeah, read it to yourself. Do you remember that? Third time now, you told law enforcement that you saw him throw something.
Yes, sir.
Is that a yes?
Yes, sir.
And then you formally testified a 4th time under oath. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
What was your testimony then?
Do I read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I get to the bottom of the parking lot before the road, and I had seen him throw 2 cell phones out, and so I stopped to look at what he had thrown.
And so when you were being asked questions just now on cross-examination, you kept trying to tell the solicitor, I said he threw these, remember?
Yes, sir.
And you were saying, no, you didn't. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, sir.
I just showed you 4 separate times as close to the incident, so you were correct in what you were saying.
Objection, Your Honor. Sustained.
It is hard being up there being cross-examined about your memory. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, sir.
The solicitor was asking you a lot of questions, but one of the things that were clear on, there was a gun pointed in your face that day.
Yes, sir.
Questions were being asked, embarrassed or so forth, but there's questions asked to you
about how you were running and came to a stop. First, I want you to tell the jury again what happened from the point in time when you were running and caught up. Tell the jury again.
Okay. So I caught up to. So he had fallen on his on a flat, and so I was running full speed, and I catch up to him.
Let me stop you right there. Just flat down. He's on his stomach?
Yes, sir.
Which way? Can you have him facing you, or let's have him facing this way? Just for example purposes. Lay flat that way, correct? Just flat down. Sorry. Okay, and so he's laying flat down, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you said you were running up to him.
Yes, sir.
And then what happened? You slowed down immediately?
I slowed down coming to the curb,
Uh-huh.
and then I see there's something in his hand,
Uh-huh.
and when I get closer, and he's starting to get up,
Okay.
and he points the gun over at me.
All right. And so you're going, so the question, of course, from the solicitor, how can you stop and start going this way? And you were talking about momentum?
Yes, sir.
So it's something like that, right?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Did that seem impossible?
No, sir.
And so your testimony is you were going full speed. Someone starts to stand up. And then your momentum, because you see what's going on.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Did that seem possible just now?
No, sir.
Was a gun pointed in your face?
Yes, sir.
How did it make you feel? All this other stuff, all these back and forth, how did it make you feel when a gun was pointed directly in your face?
I was terrified
Terrified that what was going to happen?
that I would die.
And what did you do? Who did you yell to?
I yelled to my dad.
And what were you yelling to your dad?
He's got a gun. He's got a gun.
And your dad, wherever feet he was, what was he yelling?
Drop it. Drop it. And no.
And what was Cyrus doing?
Pointing the gun at me. I'm running.
Is that about right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. No further questions.
Cross. Who put you and your father in that position? Who put you and your father at that location on Spring Tree Drive?
I put myself there.
Okay. Who put your dad there? Did you drag him along? Did anybody make your dad go up the hill 130 yards from your store, leaving the cash register unmanned? Who made him go up there 130 yards away?
Can I say what he?
Who made him go up there?
I don't know if I can.
I'm
Justify
asking you
for
a
him.
very, did you make him go up there?
I
you drag him up
myself
there?
did not make him go.
Was he up there against his will? Did somebody drag your dad from his office all the way up that road to where Cyrus, Carmack Belton, was shot and killed?
No, sir.
Who drug him up there?
I would say just himself.
He ran himself up there, did he not?
That's what I would have seen. Yes, sir.
Is there a reason you can't answer my question with a yes or no?
Because I was told I can't testify for someone else or say.
You can say everything you saw and you know to be true.
Okay, yes, sir.
Okay, and the judge will correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how I've always understood it. Witness testifying. Did you have any reason to believe that your dad was up there against his will?
No, sir.
Okay. He voluntarily ran up Spring Tree Drive to where Cyrus Carmack Belton was shot, correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
And nobody stopped him from calling 911, to your knowledge.
No, sir.
Nobody stopped him from printing up these pictures of Mr. Belton, correct?
To my knowledge, no, sir.
Nobody made him leave the Shell gas station that day, right?
No, to my knowledge, no, sir.
He did it on his own, with his own free will, correct?
Yes, sir.
The shooting doesn't happen if everybody stays in the Shell gas station that day, correct?
Everyone? Yes, sir.
It doesn't happen, correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm correct in saying that is what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Shooting doesn't happen if everybody stays put in the Shell gas station, correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Anything else briefly?
It doesn't happen if Cyrus doesn't put a gun on you either, correct?
Correct.
Thank you. No further questions.
You don't even know there's a gun if you stay in the gas station. Right?
Your Honor.
What in the entire fuck did we just hear, ladies and gentlemen? I had to stop it and pause it there with. They is being petty with this back and forth, torture this nigga. This is first language. He 20-some years. He over 20. He acting like he don't understand what the fuck these folks is saying. He is playing the I can't speak English card. Nigga, this is your first language, Ching Yong. You swam on the swim team, nigga. You like, nigga, you taught your parents how to speak American. What the hell? That he playing dumb, I don't understand. This nigga probably graduated with a 4.0, soon cum laude, the honor society and all that bullshit. He's sitting up here acting like he don't understand what the fuck this needs people saying. But why the dude just holler though? I gotta skip it back. Day 4 is tomorrow. Shit. This is a good one.
You're saying?
Yes, sir.
Shooting doesn't happen if everybody stays put in the Shell gas station, correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Anything else briefly?
It doesn't happen if South Central government either, correct?
Correct.
Thank you. No further questions.
Anything else there?
You don't even know there's a gun if you stay in the gas station. Right? Your Honor. You don't know he's got a gun if you stay.
Hey man, that man sound like somebody daddy. You is not supposed to. Hey, this nigga here is going places. This nigga here is gonna be the governor of South Carolina in the next 10 years. Mark my words. He is. I'm telling you, this was his moment right here. He is going viral in his city for this.
There's a gun if you stay in the gas station. Right? Your Honor.
I thought he said no further. I thought he said he was done. Hold up. Wait. Cause this is the defense. This the defense attorney right here. This the defense attorney. And I could have sworn the defense attorney said no further. Let's see. He said, "Thank you, sir."
Anything else briefly?
It doesn't happen if South Central government either, correct?
Okay, anything else briefly? Now, this is the prosecutor. Like, who gets the last word in this shit, or are they just going back and forth like a tennis match?
Correct.
Thank you. No further questions.
Anything else there?
Okay, now, the prosecutor said, well, no, the defense, wait, no. That's the prosecutor. He just said no further questions.
You don't even know there's a gun if you stay in the gas station. Right? Your Honor.
look how the judge look. Oh shit, the judge even like, what do he looked at the witness like, are you okay?
You stay in the gas station. Right? Your Honor. You don't know he's got a gun if you stay put in the Shell gas station, correct?
He walking up on that man like he ready for, I'm telling y'all, this nigga is gonna have a long career in politics. I'm telling you. I don't know this nigga name, but I'm gonna find out.
Yes, sir.
I'm correct.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, you step down, sir. All right, I think now is a good time to break for lunch. Ladies and gentlemen, break for lunch. Y'all, again, don't discuss the case, don't do any research, anything of that nature. Avoid any.
The judge was like, man, we gotta take a break after you done give to this nigga like this. His dad, I know his dad wanted to be like, hold up, nigga. But he a killer, so he can't say nothing.
Media publications with regard to it. And we will, let's just, I know we got a little housekeeping we probably need to do, but let's say we'll start back to you. All right, enjoy your lunch.
Quiet, boy.
Richard Court.
Thank you, Mr. Carter. You've come pretty good distance today for us, and I appreciate that. You are actually investigator, Carter, is that correct?
No, sir.
All right.
I'm a deputy with Lancaster County Sheriff's Office.
Deputy. But your work with that department and other departments prior to that have been as an investigator or investigation of crimes?
Yes, sir.
Or potential possible crimes?
Yes, sir.
So, lawyers are supposed to be very good at asking questions. That's not always the case. I'm sure this jury has experienced. So if there's a point where I ask a question that makes absolutely no sense to you, do not hesitate to say, could you ask me that again? Or can you ask me in a different way? I'm very content with that, okay? Because it's very important that everything that you hear from me by way of a question is understood and that your answers are very clear for their understanding, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, sir. And you're going to have to, I'm going to pick on you because before I start, she will grab you by the neck and say, you can't nod your head. You did say, but.
Sorry. Yes, I understand, yeah.
You got to be very careful about that because you testified before.
Yes.
Probably dozens of times, so it's an easy habit to lapse into. So I'll pick on you before she gets on you. Now, you're employed at Lancaster
County Sheriff's Office.
And you drove there today, from there today.
Yes.
You got to work tonight.
Yes.
Well, I want to ask you a little bit about your law enforcement career. So prior to working in Lancaster, you call it Lancaster, I call it Lancaster, and I'm from here, not Lancaster. But where'd you work before that? And just tell the jury, if you will, just give them a little quick narrative of the departments you worked in.
I'm on year 30. Prior to Lancaster, I worked for Richland County for 21 years. And prior to that, I worked at Mount Pleasant. I started my career in North Carolina, Carolina Beach, PD.
I can't imagine why you left the beach, but okay. You came in, and prior to all of those 3 stops with those departments, you went to Criminal Justice Academy?
Yes, sir.
Got trained there. You worked out of state with law enforcement?
So,
and you worked with the department out of state?
I worked in North Carolina, with Carolina Beach Police Department. That's where I started.
Carolina Beach, I got it. All right, sir. So you were trained at the academy, and at the academy you took courses and were trained on things like crime scene investigation?
Yes, sir.
Witness interviewing?
Yes, sir.
Things that you do when you go to a possible crime scene, the kind of a list of things to do as an officer on the scene?
Yes, sir.
And just for a moment, I want to dwell there and ask you, the things you do when you arrive at a crime scene, is there a priority or how you approach it, how you're trained to approach the crime scene?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell them about that?
As an initial responding officer, first is provide aid to a victim or injured. Then it's to secure the crime scene, preservation of the evidence, and to determine witnesses or individuals that may be present who have information regarding what occurred.
All right. And in terms of identifying witnesses, is it important to talk with the witnesses, interview them, get information from them?
Yes.
And is there a preference in law enforcement and in your training about how soon you interview people to get information from them?
Yes, sir.
And what's that preference?
I mean, when you're initially on the arrival on the scene, if people have information, it's important to identify who they are and what it is that they have seen or have not seen.
Is it important to do that sooner or later if you got the manpower to do it?
Sooner.
Why is that?
Because the individuals that may be there may not be there when you get to them.
Might wander off?
Correct.
Are there other reasons that make it important to interview them? First, do you interview them? You get a group of witnesses together and interview them together, or what do you do?
No, I'll interview them separately.
Why do you do that?
So their stories aren't tainted or they don't, what's the word, influence
someone
else's story. You want them to be their own.
Okay. So you're going to try to separate the witnesses and talk to them as soon as you can to get their freshest recollection.
Correct.
And in the old days, before body cameras, do you have a notepad? Have to take notes?
Yes, sir, I did.
In the incident that we're going to talk about, May 28th of 2023, you didn't need a notepad, did you?
No, sir.
That's because you were equipped with body cameras?
Yes, sir.
Or you were equipped with one, but virtually all of the officers on the scene had body cameras as far as you know?
Yes, sir.
And so, how did you come to find yourself at this the scene that you're here to testify?
Dispatch was notified of myself and the other deputies working on my shift at that time of an incident that occurred.
Okay. And that was an incident at 7441 Park Lane?
Yes, sir.
And do you recall that to be an intersection of Park Lane Road and Spring Tree Road?
Correct.
That sound right?
Yes, sir.
There's a gas station on the corner?
Yes, sir.
So from the time that you got the dispatch, do you recall, and this has only been 3 years, I understand that, but do you have the recollection of how long it took you to get there?
At that time, I was on the 77 end of Decker Boulevard. And it took me running code or blue lights and siren.
Pretty quick.
A short time to get there.
Okay. And can you describe the scene when you arrived there?
When I arrived, there was a lot of people there, and I was trying to figure out who was going on. But there was a gentleman laying in the grass. There were people around the gentleman, and I believe fire and EMS were already on scene.
How about members of your department?
There was one other deputy that was on my shift.
You remember his name?
Deputy English.
Was he? I mean, you were working in his department. Y'all were working together, so you knew him.
Correct.
And do you recall what roughly he had accomplished by the time you got there?
But we both pretty much got it about the same time. He was just a little bit faster than I was. He started already, had crime scene tape out. He was what I call securing the crime scene or preserving what he's being told at that moment, trying to establish what was going on.
The things that you've discussed before, the priority actions by officers arriving at the crime scene, you had a number of people there and you had a potential crime scene. What measures were taken that you recall to, as you described, preserve the crime scene or segregate it?
Once I was advised of potential evidence that was consistent with what the stories I was being told, the important thing was to make sure that piece of evidence was not removed unintentionally because it could have, its location could have easily disappeared. So we moved the cars, we put crime scene, we expanded the crime scene area.
Put tape on?
Yes, with tape.
Crime scene tape. That's a perimeter way of roving off the area.
Yes. And there was information of a bag that was thrown off. I guess it was a drain, a culvert, right there off the road. So
let me show you. State's Exhibit 12 is this. Does that look familiar?
Yes.
Is that the black bag or?
Yeah, there's the bag.
And you were telling us where that was located. Where was that?
It was in I guess, I'm not saying grassy, it's the growth off the side of the, it's where all the stormwater drains off in. And so it's kind of sit down off of it.
So this crime scene was off of a curved roadway.
Yes.
Spring Tree. And so there was an area without any particular vegetation and then a tree line behind that.
Correct.
Seem familiar? And before, well, this culvert that you're describing, was it a paved culvert?
I think a portion of it was, then there's concrete, and it was.
But just for the jury's benefit, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it might be easier to just ask you, it started at the roadway level and then it went up or down?
Down.
All right. It went down to a creek?
Yes.
And did you find that or was it pointed out to you, this bag?
It was pointed out. I can't recall where that information came from.
Do you recall how far down the culvert it was?
It wasn't that far.
5 feet, 10 feet?
10 feet.
It wasn't in the creek?
No, it wasn't in the creek.
Okay. And where was Mr. Chow, this gentleman over here? You didn't know Mr. Chow at the moment you arrived.
No, sir, I didn't.
Learned who he was during
Right.
the investigation. And you had an occasion to be involved in an interview with him, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Where was he when you arrived?
When I first
Yes.
made contact with him, he was standing on the sidewalk, right above where P7 was.
And during the time you were there, did you have interaction with a young man named Andy Chow?
I did.
And did you learn he was the son of Mr. Chow?
I did.
Did you learn that he was somehow involved in the incident as a witness or somehow involved?
I did.
And you were involved in an interview with him?
Yes.
And where was he when you arrived, if you recall?
I don't recall.
Well, during the interview that was conducted with your participation, and we're coming to that in one moment, where was Mr. Chow's son when you and another officer were talking with Mr. Chow?
He was closer to Park Lane, the sidewalk.
So he wasn't standing there listening, he was
No, sir.
participating in that interview. And now, the interview of Mr. Chow, how many times did you speak to Mr. Chow in an interview setting?
The only time I interacted and spoke with Mr. Chow was when he was standing on the sidewalk.
And who began the discussion with Mr. Chow that you then walked up to and participated in?
Deputy.
Your Honor, at this time, and so was there a point in this interview with Investigator English that you were standing there next to him after a point he had started before you walked up, is that correct?
Yes.
And so at some point, as Mr. Chow was speaking, Investigator English went over to talk to someone else and you remained?
Yes.
And so let me do this, if we may, Your Honor, we had talked and we would like to show the interview that's already been admitted. It is the interview on scene that Mr. English conducted with Mr. Chow with this gentleman participating. It takes 3 minutes. Jim? Minute and a half, okay. Okay. All right, this is the entire, we started late in it. I can't remember. All right. So if you'll watch this. Yes, Bob.
I can take that. He shot with the team I spoke for the. I said, right, before the month, I followed. On the way down here, we're jogging to 12, so I think it's a train song. I think we went over here. You check the issues around, so the. We stopped here. Right at the time here, wasn't and then went out. My son, so I got into that. He had so I took my gun, or in pocket, he continued to run the gun. And my son, he's not, I was behind before my face. So I fired one shot. He fired 45 shots. Okay. I fired one shot. So the shooter, it's my gun. It's my concealed weapon. Okay. Well, he's like, when you fire a shot? Huh? He's my son, so I didn't see it. My son. So when
So you recall much of that?
Yes.
And that's accurately portrays what occurred.
Yes.
And where were you in that video? Just curious. Was that you on the right side of the screen?
Yeah. Deputy English that's the angle I was standing beside him on the right.
And during that period of time, when you walked up to participate in the interview, your body camera was activated and rolling.
Yes.
And so you're on the second video. Well, let's go ahead and offer that. That's is our extract of that. Satisfying.
It's already in the state's court.
That's what I'm saying.
Or it's for ID. So it's up here.
I would offer then authenticated twice.
Any objection? Hang on. All right, investigative Carter's body cam footage be admitted as defendant's floor without objection.
Your Honor, I am told the video we just watched was already in as a state's exhibit. Is that correct? Okay, maybe I misunderstood. What we now, like, you have seen your body camera footage outside the courtroom this morning or today.
Yes.
And so you authenticated it to me, and I discussed with the solicitor's office that this is his body camera footage. And is it correct, investigator, that your body camera footage does not include a little bit of what we just saw, but it picks up in the middle of it and continues until the end of your interview with, or your interview with
Yes.
Mr. Chow?
Yes.
All right, just so nobody's confused about what we're watching. So is it correct that what we're watching are two overlapping videos, two body camera videos, one of English, yours is the second one, of one continuous processing discussion with Mr. Chow. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
The English departed at some point, and then that's when you step up. So let's see that, Your Honor.
I think just before, we did talk about it, Sean. I just noted this is almost a 4-minute video. Are we playing the entire 4 minutes? No, that was not my understanding.
No, I think we're playing only, I don't know how long it goes, but we're playing only so much of the body cam, of this body cam footage that is his interview with Mr. Chow. I think that goes 4 minutes.
What will be admitted into evidence then? That's my question, Your Honor.
Well, Your Honor, we'll stop it and redact it, but I'm appropriate on that. What? It's all his interview? Well, Your Honor, apparently this body camera footage of your interview with this gentleman is 4 minutes.
I'll stand ready as long as they can pause. Yeah, just, I'm sorry, I hate it. Maybe just approach it real quickly on sure.
Investigator Carter, a little earlier, we showed you out of the lobby the footage we're about to see. And it's only, all we're offering is your interview, your body camera footage of the balance of the interview with Mr. Chow. That's what you watched outside, right?
Yes.
If we can begin.
So that's your gun. It's my gun. It's my gun. Okay. Alright. Well, he's like, when you got a shot. He's my son saw. I didn't see it initially. My son, I'm going to that he had a gun. So when I looked at his hand, he actually had a gun in his hand. So as my son was trying, he was going to jog it, and he didn't want to. Let's back up. So what is your he's jogging downstairs. I chase after him and I follow. So we got all the way got the house here. Wait about we got up. That's another thing. And then we get up. He has a gun. Yeah.
Mr. Carter. All right, so can you, gosh, I don't know that it's necessary, but it might be helpful. Do you mind stepping down for 1 second? I'll give you a little pointer we've been using. The area that we were talking about at the beginning of your testimony, that this culvert where the backpack was found, State's Exhibit 1, can you point to that area where the culvert begins?
That's in this right here. Right here.
And so, as you testified before, the bag itself would have been, there's a hill there that would have been down the hill some distance.
Right, it's slanted over here.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Massey. You just put that up there. I don't think you need to be strapped in. You're comfortable up there without that seatbelt there. All right, let's resume.
What was your gun? Mine's a golf cart. You want to you got a money? Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. You want to, okay? I can maybe skip. You want to do this? I'm just going to get lost of stuff. You're not going to based on that because I actually moved it away from me. I talked to them. And what, now we're going to 45. You're not going to we went down the street. On the way out, we came to the
All right, now, this would be. So, Your Honor, this is has been properly authenticated. Is that your body camera footage?
Yes.
So it accurately reflects the conversation you had with Mr. Chow at the time?
Yes, sir.
So, Your Honor, we would offer this as a defense exhibit.
Is there evidence as for it?
Well, I think the first thing that you ruled in evidence was an excerpt of what is already in evidence as a state exhibit. This is a defense exhibit. This was not an evidence.
This is the defendant's exhibit 4, which is already admitted.
Okay. Yes. All right.
We need to get up here and get a part.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so it's been pretty good. Thank you. Now, subsequent to that interview with Mr. Chow, did you have occasion to interview Andy Chow?
Yes.
And that is also captured on your body camera?
Yes.
And in between the time that you interviewed and spoke with Mr. Chow and the time that you interviewed Andy Chow, which interview occurred first?
The interview with Mr. Chow.
And do you know what period of time later, how much time between the two interviews?
I couldn't tell you specific.
Did you notice they're talking with each other, getting together?
I did not.
And Your Honor, so you have viewed outside a few moments ago your interview with Andy Chow.
Yes, sir.
And did the interview on your body camera footage, that was your body camera footage? Yes?
Yes.
And was it accurate, complete as far as that?
Yes, sir.
I see that. And Your Honor, we intend to offer this is authenticated that this is, I'm not sure where we are on defense exhibits 5. 7. That's why I went to law school. I'm not very good at numbers.
I am thoroughly confused.
Your Honor, what
number is this?
This is 7. It is. This is the interview you have reviewed outside, which is your interview with Andy Chow, which is not no. These outside. We now offer them as expensive news as published to the jury or pre-published that one, maybe outdoors. And I would ask this, the offended has his argument was authenticated by him, and I will allow that mark, I will allow to now publish it. Exhibited.
Any objection, Mr. Scott?
Just because what number is this one?
That's where I'm confused.
Yes.
I thought we were on 5.
That's what I
Someone
thought.
up there said 7.
How many?
No, they have pictures down there. We're on number 7.
Okay.
No, that's what you're about to show is number 4. Put in.
I do not believe so.
4 was the one we just saw. With Wes.
This one is a body camera by Mr. Carter that was not able to be introduced without his presence.
I'm just trying to figure out the number.
I'm told that by his team that it's not that.
So then this person's late.
All right, one, Andy Chow was marked as 4 for ID purposes during Mr. Andy Chow's testimony.
Well, let's see. If
Video your mind play 7.
7.
Okay.
I'm happy with 7, Your Honor.
All right, you'll be admitted as defendant 7 without objection. Okay, John, without objection, number 7.
Okay, may we publish? Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Let's go back to, we can go back to again.
So I was at the register. I thought he had pocketed like a water slug. So we told him to take it out, and then he just put his hands in his pocket. So then after that, he started going out the door, and so we chased him. He threw stuff out at that corner there, and he was running back down this way. And then I caught up to him once, and then he kept going. He tripped right here, and then that's when I caught up to him, and where my dad is right there. I caught up to him like right here, like standing on his or not standing, I was like running next to him, and that's when he had like pulled out the gun. And then I had a gun, and I like backed up, I like stopped. And that's when my dad like was gonna stop, like drop it or something. And then that's when my dad, he didn't just drop it. So then my dad shot. And then he dropped to the floor. He was like, kind of like holding his back or something. And then he had dropped the gun, so my dad like pushed it to that second tree over there. And then he was still on the floor conscious. And then we just called 911. And around that time, that's when like the people guys come down that parking lot. And then the white woman, she was EMT, so she came to, and that's when we noticed he was unconscious. So then she did the tourniquet and was doing CPR. And so then I left because I heard the sirens. So I went down to the parking lot, and then they started parking like on the outside on Parkland. So I was waiting them to come down here. And then after everyone, most of the cars had come down here, I came back. And then you guys had already started putting up the tape. So then, I just didn't hear this time. Yeah.
Okay. More formal statement, go ahead. Check with the clerk real quick, and then,
All right. And so, other than you, when you left the scene that evening, you had no further involvement in this investigation, is that correct?
That is correct.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Anything on cross examination? Yes, sir. All right. Thank you.
No.
We need that too. I think so.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you. Let's get going.
Hey, John. Ben's called Shelby Rylaw. Walking on.
She's in there.
Yes, thank you. I'm sorry.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony which you give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you for such a witness stand and state your full name for the record. Shelby McBradwell.
Shelby, if you'll spell your last name for Madam Court for me, please.
BRADWELL.
Now, Shelby, I'm going to ask you some questions, and I go over rules with everybody so we can understand and be on the same page, okay? And that's the first one. Madam Court Reporter taking down every word that you're saying, so she cannot take things like and head shakes. And make sure we can speak loud and affirmatively so she can get down every word.
Yes, sir.
Number two, that's the second one. She can't take them, we talk over one another. So you'll allow me to finish my question, I'll give you plenty of opportunity to answer the question. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
And at some point in time, and she will tell you also, I've been known to speak way too fast, and sometimes it's hard to understand my questions. So if you don't understand it or don't understand the question from center anybody else, if you'll ask them to repeat, they'll repeat the question. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
Shelby, first of all, if you'll let this jury know who are you, where are you from, a little bit of your background. Just let them know who Shelby is.
I'm Shelby Bradwell. I'm originally from here. I am a deputy sheriff for Fairfield County.
And before that, what did you do?
Before becoming a deputy sheriff, I was an EMS student and I did security for a hospital.
And you were here under subpoena, is that correct?
That's correct.
Ever testified under oath before?
No.
So we'll do this together. Take your time and breathe. We'll get to it. Shelby, we have seen you on some of the body cam footages. Will you tell the jury about what you did and you know what case it is? So if you'll let the jury know, what did you do about the case that we're talking about today? What was your role?
So basically that day, I was a civilian and I stopped and provided CPR to Cyrus. Whenever I pulled up on scene, I noticed that there were 3 individuals. I pulled in the parking lot of an apartment complex right over there. I ran to where those 3 individuals were. I asked if help was needed. They said it yes.
Let me slow you down real quick. Using words like pronouns like they and so forth. Do you know who they were who asked that they needed help?
I asked Rick Chow and his son.
Did you know them before this?
No.
Were y'all personal friends or anything of that nature?
No, sir.
And so I got your testimony. You were just happened to be driving by.
Yes, sir.
Again, when you were driving by, what did you see?
I seen 3 individuals on the ground to my left.
Okay. And then that's when you stopped your vehicle.
That's correct.
And now let's go from there. And so what happened at that point in time?
Whenever I went over there, I asked Rick Chow and his son if they needed help. They said yes. I then told them that I was an EMS student. Rick Chow's son, he moved out the way so I can get on the left side of Cyrus. I then checked for a pulse. I didn't feel a pulse. So I started doing chest compressions. And then as I was doing chest compressions, Rick Chow was doing mouth to mouth. And
this is something you were watching yourself, like the 2 of you were there.
Correct.
Was anyone else around the area while you were doing this that you saw?
I don't really remember. I was just focused like on Cyrus at the moment.
Okay, so go on.
As I was doing chest compressions, he was doing mouth to mouth. He was sucking the vomit out of Cyrus's mouth, and he was spitting it to the side of him.
Hold up. Let me go through that again with you. What do you mean he was sucking the vomit out of the young man's mouth?
Cyrus had vomit in his mouth and his airway, and he bent down and put his mouth over Cyrus's and was getting the throat out.
As he was doing the mouth resuscitation?
Yes.
Have you ever seen anyone do anything like that before?
No, sir.
Did this just happen one time?
No, he did it multiple times as I was compressing.
Have you ever seen anything like that?
No, sir.
Was he, from your impression, trying to save the young man's life at this point in time?
I think it's fair to say that.
Okay. And what happened then as he was doing this on multiple occasions?
He kept spitting it out, and then it was brought to my attention that Cyrus had been shot, and I didn't know where. So they rolled him over, and they showed me his back, and I seen the entry wound. And whenever I seen it, I took my shirt off, and I was going to apply a tourniquet. However, I then remembered that you can't apply a tourniquet to the abdomen area. So we just left my shirt be. We just left it up under him, rolled him back over, and I kept doing chest compressions.
Okay. And did you see during this time Mr. Chow having a conversation with his son or talking about getting their stories together or anything like that?
No, sir.
And so all you were able to witness is when you got there, Mr. Chow and his son there together.
That's correct.
And the older child was helping you perform mouth to mouth on the young man at the time?
That's correct.
And I want to make this clear. You're not saying he was clearing his airways or clearing the vomit out with his fingers and throwing it out. That's not what you saw.
He was using his mouth.
As he was doing the mouth to mouth resuscitation.
That's correct.
And so he was doing it, the vomit would come out, he'd spit it out and then go back and continue to do mouth resuscitation.
Yeah, he was, as I'm compressing, he was over Cyrus the entire time, like his mouth, and he was just sucking it and spitting to the side.
Thank you. That's all the questions I have. Thank you.
Anything on cross-examination?
Ms. Bradwell, so it's true that you didn't actually see the shooting, correct?
That's correct.
And you didn't see any of the events that led to the chase, correct?
That's correct.
And you mentioned that there were 3 individuals at the scene when you got there, right?
That's correct.
One was the defendant, Rick Chow,
Correct.
and that was one that shot Cyrus in the back.
I don't know if that's who shot him because I didn't see the shooting occur.
Okay. Did someone tell you that Cyrus shot back?
Yes.
Did they say who?
Did they tell me who shot Cyrus or that Cyrus was shot?
Either one is a debt, because you're saying nature of confrontation, who shot.
Okay. And was one of the 3 individuals the kid Cyrus?
Yes.
Okay, one was Andy?
Yes.
Okay. So did you talk to Andy on the scene?
When I first arrived, whenever I was asking, do they need help and stuff. But other than that, like I don't know who told me that he was shot. They was just like, he was shot. And like I said, my main focus was Cyrus at the moment. So I don't know which one of them told me that.
Okay, so, but you did talk to the younger child?
That's correct.
Okay. And was this when the little boy was still on the ground, laying on the ground?
Yes.
Okay. And had police arrived yet when you talked to Andy?
No.
Okay. When you talked to him before the police arrived, did he ever tell you that the victim pointed a gun at him?
No.
Did he ever tell you the victim pointed a gun at him minutes before that?
No, ma'am.
When they asked you to go help the little boy that was shot on the ground, did Andy ever tell you, be careful when you go over there because the kid just pointed a gun at me, tried to shoot me?
No, ma'am.
No further questions.
Redirect, just briefly.
You weren't there as a police officer, correct?
That's correct.
You weren't investigating,
That's correct.
you weren't interviewing anybody.
That's correct.
You were just there as actually a concerned citizen.
Correct.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, Kelly.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Thanks for being here. Take a break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a break. I got a matter of law I need to take care of, and we'll be back with you as quick as we can. Just in case.
Just we could review our motion for
Yeah, you go ahead and do that.
just renew the motion for the record of verdict made at the conclusion of the state case. Ask you to incorporate the comments and arguments that were made at that time and renew them.
Okay, I'll note that for the record and for the same reasons that both of us did. All right, so we need to talk about the charge. Obviously, there would be a charge of murder. Is there going to be any necessary tools requested?
At this time, I didn't. Can you hold on?
Yeah, y'all, let's take about 10 or 15 minutes, right? We'll do that. All right, we're gonna be at each about 10 or 15 minutes. Y'all just consider listeners, what the fences are.
Come over here.
Detained or delayed on the premises. And,
Actually, on here. All right, y'all. That's it. It ain't no more testimony left. They gonna end. Day 4 starts tomorrow. That's all we got. It's time to get on into the fuck shit. If y'all ain't been watching my community wall and y'all ain't got Twitter and you ain't never seen Marissa failed acting career, go over there and see. She also got Baby Wizards. We battling this morning. She started it, and I'm just returning the favor. I'm about to make my new community post now, which states that she dry even with baby oil. Like even with baby oil, that thing won't get wet. But all right, y'all. Until the next episode, little channel, big voice, fanboy out. Low key, niggas hating, but they don't want no beef. State gang, true sippers, bitch, I bet we don't eat.